What's going on, people? This your boy Richie Rich, bringing y'all another show on this Friday night. I appreciate everybody in the chat so far. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all share the live. Let everybody know it's gonna be cracking in here tonight. You know, I'm not gonna put the restrictions on nobody tonight. Everybody gonna get to say what the hell they want to say, talk about whatever they want to talk about. And for the record, Roll the Tape is not responsible for whoever's watching feelings to get hurt or whatever, however you feel. Don't take it out on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just hosting the show. You know, it is what it is. We got Thanos coming on tonight, man. Introduce yourself, Mr. Thanos.
Yo, this is Thanos. Snap my fingers, and it's a done deal. Please believe it. That's what it is.
So break that down. What you mean if you snap your fingers? What you trying to say, bro?
Hey, I've gotten to the point in life, man, where I can snap my fingers and make shit happen, bro. So
give us an example, man. Shout out to Flip in the chat, man. Give us an example, man.
That's self-explanatory, bro. Anything beyond that would be flexing, man. You know better than that.
Yeah. Well, you know, brothers always want to know, man. What do you mean by that, Rich? They gonna hit me behind the scenes. What he talking about, Rich? Is he really doing what he say he's doing? You know what I mean? But just tell the people a little bit about yourself, man. I know you the last time you was on here, you came on the show when I had Flip DR. Remember him? Flip DR, and you came on and you told him a little something. That was an epic show too, man. I mean, bro, you went in on that man. Why you do that man like that?
Because the thing is, if you're gonna speak on something and you're gonna try and give people advice on things, you got to have some experience in it, you know. And dude came on here talking about the DR, relationships in the DR, and all this kind of stuff, and he ain't never been. So how can he give you relationship advice on how to date a DR girl and all this kind of stuff when the only DR girls he's dated has been online? You know, that don't count, man. He's like being a studio gangster, bro.
Right. Before we get into it, man, let me shout out to the Puta God. You can check him out on IG, Peso Nares. Right there, it's on the screen. Big shout out to Big Ridge and Rich. Shout out to you, Puta God. I'm going this live is actually sponsored by Peso Nares. So I'm gonna show y'all a little bit of their gear and stuff they do. I'm gonna show a video at the end of the live, maybe, you know, because it's like 4 minutes long. But I'm gonna drop some of his merch so y'all can check him out. You know what I'm saying? He got some little shirts or whatever. If y'all want to cop some shirts, just hit him up direct on Instagram. Y'all see his Instagram right there. You know what I'm saying? Let me shout him out. You got the Peso Nares shirts and stuff. Y'all can check that out. Hit that brother direct on Instagram.
I like that.
Right. Let me try to. I got it in the black too. You know what I'm saying? I like the black. You know what I mean? And he got the We Outside. I guess he got the We Outside shirts and stuff. Y'all check that brother out. Support the brothers, man. You know. Y'all travelers, you know, go copy a little shirt, whatever. He got some more stuff, man. Like I said, I'll show the videos at the end of the live so y'all can see what's going down. But we're waiting on Liqour Baron to come on in. I think he coming now, you know what I'm saying? You know, voila. Yeah. Uh-oh. His connection went blank. Anyhow, Thanos, man, just tell the people some of your travel experiences, man, and a little bit about yourself, man.
Well,
something.
I've traveled pretty much all over the world. Europe, in Europe, London, Paris, Germany. I've been to Amsterdam, China, Japan, Latin America. I've been in the DR several times. Argentina, Guatemala, Panama, Brazil. I'm sure I'm leaving some stuff out. Colombia, all the tropical islands, Aruba, the Bahamas, Barbados, India, Pakistan, Romania. So I've pretty much been all over the world. Before WTU got started, I got married, made that fatal mistake, married a Dominican girl. Don't want to get too far into that, but shit didn't work out. We got divorced. Thank God I had a prenup, and I came out smelling like a rose. So that's pretty much me in a nutshell. I grew up very humble beginnings. I started a few companies. My companies kind of blew up. I have about 600 employees now. So my accountant says that I'm important now and that I'm in the top 1% in this country. At least that's what he says. I got a wild hair up my ass in January and said, fuck it. Moved out of Atlanta, left all my stuff there, my houses, my cars, moved down to Central America to an undisclosed location. And then I bought a place down here, and that's where I live for right now. So that's pretty much me in a nutshell.
All right, that's what's up. Let me pay these bills real quick. Shout out to James Jones. He says WTU. Shout out to Brian Bourne. Greetings from Japan. Boy. Hello? BLB.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you on the show, man. I unmuted you. I know you had a lot of background noise, man. Tell the people who you are. If they don't know who you are, some of the people don't know who you are. So just, introduce yourself to the people, man.
What's going on, everybody? I'm the Liqour Baron, Boston born, traveler, new YouTuber, just getting started out. Just living life, you know what it is, man. Living life and dropping some gems on some people.
All right, that's what's up, man. That's what's going on. You still with us, Reggie? I mean, Thanos, my fault.
I'm still here. Something happened. I tried to pull you up on my computer here, but I'm having some technical difficulty. So I'll just, I'll go ahead and keep the phone.
All right. So the subject matter tonight, man, is should Black or brown brothers get married? Should we trust women, period? That's the question of the hour. You know what I'm saying? Let's try to jump into this thing, man. Who want to jump into it first? Let me know. Shout out to DP39, DP Man 39. Appreciate that super chat, my brother. I will put that in the Hoes Gotta Eat Fund. Shout out to Drees too, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to Drees channel, man. $2 challenge. $2 challenge right now, man. $2 challenge, man. Hey, I need a jiggle a cup. Hey, I take quarters, nickels and dimes. But anyhow, man, let's get into this thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Who want to go first, man? Can we trust these women, man? Because a lot of us travel because we had some problems in America and we looking for alternatives. I mean, can we trust American women? Can we trust women abroad? They all the same. Well, what's the deal, man? Jump in that thing, BLB.
All right. Well, I think first, before we even get into the answer to that, we're going to have to examine why guys are leaving the matrix to seek women out. There's various reasons why brothers travel just to get out of the country and enjoy their vacation. Some guys travel because they definitely want to seek something meaningful or significant other. But let's just be honest about the situation. In the Latin community, women are raised to be wives at an early age. They're raised that way. And so they are taught the very attributes to take care of a man that a lot of women in the matrix are not getting. And a lot of women in the matrix do not have the ability when they get older to do so. So we're clashing against A lot of things that are not their fault per se. I would have to say it's the upbringing, but definitely a lot. I see a lot of men, and I have a lot of men when I'm traveling, and we have these conversations that, the Latina women are specifically bred to take care of their husband from age 8 and up. Like they're raised with these little things like watch mama cook, watch mama clean, watch mama how mama interacts with company and family, watch how mama treats the dad. So for me, I think I had to break that down to then understand. For us to understand, should we get married? Well, it depends. Um, I think there's a movement now. There's some guys who don't ever want to get married and just want to do what they do, which is perfectly fine. Me myself, I'm not gonna lie. I would love to get married to somebody, but it has to be, it definitely has to be somebody that's geared to the type of lifestyle that I want to live. I want a woman that is gonna bring something to the table and not uh, and not take something from the table. We work hard in America. We ask for simple things, and it seems like we're not getting it. So that's why we outside of the country. But yeah, I think if it works for you, you should get married. But you should marry somebody that's gonna elevate you and not bring you down.
Right. Okay. Getting organized over there, bro.
Yeah,
Shout out to
man.
Brian for the Cash App donation. Make sure you drop a question, my brother. I'm looking for your questions or anything. If you Cash App anybody, make sure I read your questions or whatever. Shout out again to Punta God marriage, not today. You know what I'm saying? So he never did cover whether he trusts women or not in his statement, but I get it, my brother. But we'll get back to that. So Thanos, man, what's your thoughts, man? What you thinking, brother?
Hey,
So,
I've been married before, and to be totally honest with you, at this point, I don't see any reason for any black man to decide that he wants to get married. And when I say married, I mean sign that paper, because when you sign that paper, you give all of your rights away. Uh, we say that justice is equal and justice is blind, but justice is not. Whenever you sign that paper, you're pretty much saying, okay, I surrender myself, my assets, my life, and my freedom to the United States government. I don't care who it is that you marry. You can marry a woman in the Matrix. You can marry a woman from the DR, or you can marry a woman from anywhere else in the world, but the fact still remains the same. Whenever you sign that paper, your life is going to change. Your freedoms are gone, and at that point, the everything is weighed towards the woman. I can say that because I've been married before. I can also say that because I used to be a law enforcement officer for about 20 years, and during that time, I was a bailiff in family court. So I sat there and watched men who didn't have anything get half of nothing taken. I've seen men who had a lot get 75% taken, but I can tell you that of the 20 years of me being in law enforcement and the few years that I was in the court system working, very seldom did I see a woman coming out of family court, not on the high end of the divorce. You know, um, people say, okay, women always get us into this marriage thing because they know that once we sign that paper, they have the upper hand. And men always say, well, you know what? She loves me and I did the right thing. I married her. And so my thing is, I have conversations with women all the time, and it gets to the point that they get pissed off at me because I tell them, okay, if I find a girlfriend and we kicking it and we want to take it to the next level, then we can move in together. But there's nobody that can convince me to sign that paper. What is the benefit of a man being married? Zero. So let me tell you this. Let me tell you one of the things that women will say. Well, if I don't marry you and something happens to you, then I get nothing. That's not true because, baby, if we're together and we're living together, I have something that's called a will. and we can go and do our will. I'll put you in mine and you can put me in yours. So that way, if something happens, then you're fine. The next thing they say, well, if you go in the hospital and decisions need to be made, then your family can put me out because I'm not your wife and I don't have any authority. No, baby, I can do what's called a medical power of attorney. We can do that right now. And you can do a medical power of attorney right now to give me 50% say so, your mother 50% say so, or however you want to do it. Then that way I got standing. Well, baby, what if we want to have children? They're going to have different last names, and no, they're not. If a dude can change his name to Meta World Peace, then we can name our children whatever the fuck we want to name them. If you want to change your last name to my last name, you can do that. But I am not signing that paper, okay? Another thing that they'll come out and tell you is, well, I would like to have a wedding, and I want to have a big wedding with all my friends. We can have a wedding. I don't have a problem with having a wedding. But if you decide you want to tell your friends that we didn't sign that paper, then that's up to you. I'm not signing the paper. So if you really want to marry me because you love me and you want to be with me and my millions of dollars don't matter, then why do I need to sign the paper? And then they'll say, well, we can get a prenup. If we can get a prenup and blah, blah, blah. But see, here's the problem with the prenup. And I ran into this with my ex-wife. If we have a prenup, and we did, and my prenup was ironclad, but what women do, they'll say, I don't have any money. My husband has all the money. I want to fight this prenup. So the judge will make you pay for your wife's attorney and yours. She will go out and get the most expensive fucking attorney that she can find to fight the prenup. So now you're paying for your attorney and you're paying for her attorney as well. And what the attorneys do, they sling paper back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Now your bill is $10,000. Now your bill is $20,000. Now it's $50,000. So what happens? You come back to the table and you say, look, bitch, what do you want to get the fuck away from me? I want $1 million. And either you give her $1 million or you end up racking up $1 million in legal fees. Trust me, your prenup is going to stand. But how much money do you spend going back and forth to court before the judge says, okay, enough is enough. The prenup is solid. We're going to go with the prenup. But you still lost whatever money you had. So what do? Don't sign the paper. If you're in love and you want to have a family and all that kind of stuff, you can do that without signing that paper. And for you guys that want to marry women from other countries, let me tell you, my prenup saved my life because my ex-wife walked away with zero. Just to be an asshole, I told her to take my fucking shoes off as she was walking out of the house. She had on a pair of Versace shoes that I bought her, and her friends were talking shit in Spanish, like I don't speak Spanish. And I said, okay, I'll tell you what, take the shoes off. And if you say another fucking word, you're coming out my socks, my jeans, and my fucking panties too. And that's just the way it is. But let me tell you what happens when you marry somebody from another country that a lot of guys don't know. You sign a paper that says that you are responsible for them, their food, their shelter, and their health care. That paper says that even if y'all get a divorce, you are still responsible for that person's health care, their food, and their shelter. So say, for instance, you get divorced. You got a prenup. It says she gets nothing. That is at the state level. At the federal level, you're still responsible for putting her into some type of shelter and paying for her basic care like food and stuff like that. So yeah, you can put her in an apartment in the hood. But what happens is they can go to the hospital and get breast augmentation surgery. They can go get lipo. They can get new teeth or whatever. And that's healthcare, and you have to pay for that. So you have to be careful about marrying these girls from other countries. Now, of course, none of this stuff happened with me because, I mean, there's some things that I had to do to make sure that I wouldn't be on the hook for that kind of stuff. But, for guys out here that's talking about getting married, then okay, fine, get married, but don't sign that damn paper. If you do, you're fucked. Plain and simple.
But how can you get married if you don't sign papers?
You can have a ceremony, Rich, and see this is things that
Oh,
people
okay.
don't
You
know.
saying okay? All right.
You can have a ceremony. You can have a ceremony on the beach in Jamaica or wherever the hell she want to have the ceremony, in the church or wherever. You just don't sign the marriage license. Don't apply for a marriage license and don't sign the marriage license. That way, if y'all decide y'all not going to be together, you can get the fuck on and she can get the fuck on. It's just that plain and simple. And there's no courts involved.
Well, don't you run into a couple of issues as far as the states is concerned? There is a few states where if you're living with somebody for a long time, the common law comes into effect, and you still lose that bread.
That's a good question. And you have to make sure that if you're going to do it this way, that you're in a state that's not a common law state. Georgia is not a common law state. So if you're in Atlanta and you're doing it that way, then fine, you're good to go. There are more states that are not common law than are. A lot of states used to be common law, but they're not anymore. So you have to make sure that you're in a state that's not a common law state, because unfortunately, women know these things better than men. We get hooked into
and that's real talk.
A good head, and the next thing you know, the other stuff we don't even know about, we don't care about, and you've been hooked into a technicality, and now you're spending money.
So in short, if you guys live in common law states, kick the bitch out in 2 years and then bring it back a year later.
And you have to make sure that it's not 2 years, because like in the state of Georgia, common law used to be whenever you meet a certain requirement. If you're living as husband and wife, meaning you had sex, if her clothes is at your house, just those two things right there. So you could meet her on Friday and she's your common law wife Saturday morning. So you have to make sure that you know what the laws in that particular state are. Otherwise, you'll get caught up. But signing that paper, no, buddy.
I don't know where it is. I don't know if it's it might be DR, but if you bring a girl in your house to move in, or it could be South Carolina. If you bring somebody in your house, South Carolina, it's North Carolina, my bad. If somebody's from North Carolina, please tell me if I'm wrong. If she moves in, that day that she moves in, you can't get her out. You're going to have to take her to court and all that shit. So, yeah, you're right. You have to be careful about if you're serious and you bring her into your house. Look, my uncle and my aunt, they live in the same house, but they got first floor, second floor. You know what I'm saying? He got a whole apartment. His wife got a whole apartment. So if anything goes sideways, you know what I'm saying? They ain't falling onto that common law shit. But as far as women, I wanted to answer your question, Rich, before, as far as our women, let me just keep it honest, and please, actually, I don't give a shit if y'all get mad anyway. Women suck right now, all across the world. They are terrible right now, right? They are terrible. Right now, there's more and more hoes. Y'all know what I'm talking about. More and more women becoming hoes, less and less regular women. So women are terrible. They losing right now. They taking L's. They taking L's like Atlanta, Rich. But
Right.
they losing right. They terrible right now. You understand what I'm saying? And it's difficult to find a good quality women. It's starting to trickle down to where we're at in these Latin countries, man. These women are just terrible. Their end goal is bread, right? There used to be back in the days, like, and you have to go back to the goddamn 90s to actually remember the courting system, like hang out, get to know, chill out. Now it's like hit my Cash App first. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, what? For what? Fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, right.
You know? If you guys go on Tinder, here's a test for the guys watching. Go on Tinder. If you're in the States, right? Go on Tinder and keep swiping until you see somebody's Cash App under their name. And this is what we're working with, and this is what we're working with in the world. I think we gotta go to the Amazon, like the jungles, the motherfuckers that don't have any civilization, to find women that have those old school values, because women are terrible right now. They're shitty people right now. And this is just the facts.
I gotta agree with you, brother. And I agree with you 100%. But one thing that we need to realize is that when you leave the United States and go to these Latin countries, you're trading one problem for another. So the problem that we have in the United States, we don't have in these Latin countries like the one I'm in right now. Women are more subservient. they're more passionate, they're more sexual, but at the same time, they're more devious too. They understand, and a lot of these girls are trained from the time you said they're trained from the time that they're 8 years old on how to treat a man. They're also trained from the time that they're 8 years old on how to trick a man. Okay, because they put the weight on their shoulders that, hey, you're responsible for this family. We need you to get out there and make this money and bring it back to this family. And they either do it by prostitution, selling drugs, or they do it by tricking me and you into marrying them. And then that brings the whole family up. So you have to understand that when you go to the DR, I always tell these guys, I say, look, I don't mind telling my story. My story is an open book, okay? I had stupid written on my forehead for many years and didn't know it, okay? And I need to make sure that nobody else have the same thing written on their forehead, because they may not have the same eraser that I had, you know? So the thing is, what you have to understand is that if you're dealing with a girl that cannot come to the United States without your signature or without your passport or without your money, then automatically you're dealing with somebody that's dealing with you because of your money. And I don't care how good the sex is. I don't care how good they speak. I don't care how good they act towards you and how subservient and submissive they are. They are doing it because they are responsible for their family and they're trying to get themselves out of a bad situation. So I'm not telling guys not to be involved in this situation. I'm telling you to take advantage of the situation because they're taking advantage of the situation that they're in with you. So if you're not taking advantage of the great opportunities that they present to you, then they are definitely going to take advantage of the great opportunities that you present to them. It's just that plain and simple. But go down there to the DR and go to Wandolio. Go to Santo Domingo and go in Blue Mall. Go in the areas where the rich Dominicans are and see if you can pull one of those girls. Those girls will not talk to your black ass. You can say hello to them. They will not say hello back. They won't say anything to you. And common sense should tell you that if only the poor girls are talking to you, they're talking to you for a reason. Let's take it even further. Go to New York right now, to the area where the Dominicans live. Go to New York where the Dominicans live and see if you can pull one of those girls. The answer is no. They don't need you. They already have a passport, they already have citizenship, or they're already in the United States. So 9 times out of 10, they're not going to talk to you unless you have money.
Well, there's another aspect as far as in DR, as far as the rich women. And I tell people on my channel all this stuff to watch out for. So if y'all check my channel out, check it out. I tell these people this. These women that are the good women, the women with money, they stay away from us because of the stigma that comes behind us, right? They think that all we want to do is just, all of us just go down there and looking for some hoes, right? That's what they think. I had these conversations with women and I say, listen, you messing with this dude and this dude and he's cheating on you and all that shit, right? Get a black guy, man. It's like, y'all worse. I said, what? Because they have this stigma behind it. So that's another problem that we're faced with when trying to meet the good women that's not, after your money. Somebody with a good job that came from good education, that when she messages you in Spanish, you can actually read the words. It ain't no bullshit. Like you someone with a little sense. We don't, they stay away, they run from us, right? Once they see us. You start even having a conversation with her, she'd be like, nah, I'm good. And it sucks because there's some good men. Now, as your other point about marrying outside of the country, look, I've met a lot of women in my travels, a lot of women that are married to some of you guys in the Matrix. You guys come down here, marry her, you go back to the States. And as soon as your plane leaves, somebody else is in here dicking her the hell down. That's just the facts. All right. So if y'all think y'all gonna marry her and fly in and fly out, she's human. Somebody's gonna be in that apartment you paying for, going balls deep in her. Excuse me, Rich. I'm sorry, I'm messing up the monetization.
Man. No holds barred tonight, man.
Okay. So they're gonna be.
Let me give a shout out to Flip Flop for that generous Cash App donation, man. Appreciate you. And also Brian gave one. Let me give a shout out. DP man, I think okay, OW, shout out to OW and Puta God. I think that's everybody. If I miss somebody, man, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, my brother.
No, that was just it. So it's hard. You got to vet. It's hard, but to have these long distance relationships, because again, like the brother said, you marrying these poor girls, and they initially don't look at who the person is. They're like, oh, my life is going to change, and you have to remember your power. With one transaction, you change her life forever. What can she do for you, right? I'm on my Kevin Samuel shit. What can she bring to the table for you? And if she can't do nothing for you except look cute, she ain't valuable. And that goes for any country. You start paying her money and sending her Western Union transfers or Caribe Express transfers, right? And she don't work. She gonna sit home all day talking to other niggas. So this is what you guys got to watch out for when you looking to date outside of the country.
So is question to y'all fellas, man. I mean, I hear y'all saying all this, but I see brothers be married all the time, you know what I'm saying? So what's going on, man? Some good women out here. What, man? I mean, what's the deal, man? BLB, come on now. Come on, don't do me like that. Ain't none
Every
all
day,
good.
brother. Every day. There is, but they ain't around. They ain't hard to find. The good women is chasing the basketball players and the doughboys. You know what I'm saying?
No,
They ain't checking for us.
I disagree. I disagree.
Okay.
Let me tell you, man. What you have to understand is that no matter what level you're at, there's always a woman that's at a level that's lower that's trying to pull herself to your level. So, and I'm not trying to sit here and brag about my pockets, but I may or may not make the kind of money that NBA players make. I may or may not make the kind of money that NFL football players make. I might make a little bit more than them motherfuckers. But at the same time, what I'm saying is that for black men, this is my complaint. I'm a multimillionaire, okay? I'm self-made. I did it myself. But there's no place for black millionaires to go. We have to go to the same fucking club that Pookie and Ray Ray go to. We do. There's no upscale black places. In order for me to go to another place where the people in the room have the same money, I got to go to some bullshit white club where I go in there wearing a blazer and I got a and all that kind of shit. So what I'm telling you is people who have money, the NBA players, they have the same fucking problems that your average guy has. You got average groupies, and you got NBA groupies, and you got multimillionaire groupies. But they all come with the same baggage, the same bullshit, and the same fucking problems. And I'm telling you, you can't trust them. There are women out there that you can trust. But here's the problem. If I stick my hand in a hole and I get bit by a snake and it's poisonous and I got to go to the hospital and it hurt like hell, and I stick my hand in the hole 3 or 4 more times and get bit by poisonous snakes, and somebody come to me and say, hey man, you just pulling out the wrong snake. There are non-poisonous snakes in that hole. You need to put your hand back down in there and hopefully you'll get a non-poisonous snake. I'm going to say, I'm not sticking my hand back in that fucking hole again. I'm not taking a chance on getting bit by a poisonous snake again. I'm just not. So what do? You figure out a way to enjoy what you're looking for without sticking your hand in the hole. And people tell me, well, you're going to end up dying alone. Everybody dies alone. It doesn't matter how many people in the fucking room, you die alone. And a lot of men have dedicated their whole lives to family and to this and to that. And when they get older, they get shipped off somewhere, or they die in their own piss and shit in a convalescent home somewhere. My thing is, when I get to be 99 years old and I'm laying around and I'm dragging, I'm going to have a 22-year-old home health nurse that I'm going to pay for that's going to come in there and bathe me and whatever else I need her to do. It's just that plain and simple. And if I get married, if I get married now, I'm 51 years old, I marry a woman who's 51, I don't want no 99-year-old woman in there trying to bathe me and shit. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, I'm concerned about quality of life. And so many men are married and they're miserable because society tells you that we sacrifice ourselves to make sure that our women and children are happy. And that's bullshit. Happy wife, happy life. So you suffer through life, your whole life, so that you can buy her diamonds and shit for Valentine's Day and Mother's Day. And on Father's Day, you get a fucking tie and a turkey that your child made at school with their finger and shit. That's what you get. And that just doesn't make sense. And
Yeah,
people just keep lining up to sacrifice themselves.
Yeah, I can't. That's preach, brother. Preach.
Man, well, it's like almost like every holiday is for a woman, man. And even some women try to take Father's Day. Like, what the fuck? It's crazy out here.
And you know, the funny thing is that even on the holidays that's designed for men, like Father's Day, what happens on Father's Day? Women bash men on Father's Day. Well, I'm celebrating Father's Day because I'm the mother and the father. What is that all about?
Yeah, I can't. That I have to say, because I got a family. I got a lot of women in my family on both sides. And there's some niggas that just ain't shit. I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna tell you this. So the child, I pay child support for my kids. I pay upwards to probably like a G or more, like a month, right?
Right.
Damn.
Motherfuckers. Yeah, man, they get me because in Massachusetts, and I got two, and I got a third one I just give cash to, but you gotta carry them on your health care, and so my health care plan by myself, $87 a month. When them kids added to it, that shit jumped to $400. So that's money coming out my check. That's Massachusetts for you. But
$500 a month for childcare?
For the health care, you got to carry their health insurance, right? Yeah. And then I give them.
That's pretty cheap, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Shit, they don't even use it.
$500 a month by myself.
Yeah, I'm not going to even tell you what I would have to pay in child support.
Oh, I already know. Because it goes according to your income. That's 33% of your income.
Right.
But there's narrow ass niggas out here that got a $25 a week child support order and can't do that. I can't give these niggas that.
What's funny?
Check the private. But go ahead. But go ahead, man. Continue on. I was saying $500 a month for healthcare is cheap, but I wasn't saying child support, because I almost pay about $1,000 myself too. But go ahead, Thanos. You see the private?
Yeah.
Let me know.
Well, the problem is with the child support thing. You know, women always say, well, you know, the guy ain't hitting on shit. But most of the time, guys are very consistent. This guy wasn't hitting on shit when you met him, but you let him raw dog you and skeet up in you, and now you complaining that he ain't hitting on shit. He's consistent. He wasn't hitting on shit when you met him. He didn't have a job when you met him. He was a felon when you met him. He was selling dime bags on the corner like a 13-year-old when you fucking met him. And now all of a sudden you expect him to be goddamn Bill Gates. No, he was Pookie when you met him, and he's still Pookie. So what do you expect? And even still, Father's Day is for fathers. If your baby daddy ain't a father, then shut the fuck up and wait for Mother's Day. It's just that plain and simple. Father's Day, you don't ever hear about a man bashing a woman on Mother's Day. It just don't happen. Well, I had to take care of my kids, so I'm the daddy and the mama, so I'm going to celebrate this day. You never hear that, man. So I'm sorry if your baby daddy ain't doing what he's supposed to do.
Right,
he said dime bags.
Huh?
He said dime bags on the corner. Yo.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, Flit DR in the building. Where you at, Flit? I think Flit had something to say to you, Thanos. I don't know.
Oh, what was that? I'd love to hear it.
I don't know. Let me see what he's talking about. I'm gonna send him the link, man, because he hit me up. I think you got under his skin a little bit, man.
Who is that?
That's the guy that was in DR, and last time you spoke about him earlier. The guy that was in DR, dating the girl, whatever, but he never really went that much.
You talking about the guy who was dating a Dominican girl for 2 years online, who became an expert in dating?
Oh man. Oh man.
What does he have to say to me other than, sir, please teach me the way?
Oh man.
He can type that.
Niggas wildin'.
I'm telling you right now. If you dated a girl online in the DR and you've been sending money across that water and you ain't never met her, you ain't never kissed her, and you ain't never gave her one of these right here, you shouldn't even be on this chat, bro.
Oh man. Thanks for that.
And that's real talk. And that's real talk.
I mean, show me the lies. Show me the lies.
Well, I sent them the link, man, because I know everybody on the channel, they wanted to, oh, okay, I see what you put in the private. You know, they've been asking about the guy, man, you know. Man. Shout out to HD Chillin', man.
Hey, HD Chillin', that's my dog, man. I'm telling you right now. Hey, mad love out to you, brother. And that's on the real. But yeah, man, I guess we're talking about marriage. And again, you know, my opinion is just my opinion, you know, but the things that happen to you after you get married, that's no longer my opinion. That's factual. You know, the court system is not on your side. It's just not. And you know, just so many things that my ex-wife tried with me while we were married, because I mean, they just happened to know the law better than we do. So she thought. The fact that I was a law enforcement officer is for a while back in the day is what allowed me to not get myself caught up. And with this marriage thing, get married. Just don't sign the paper. And if you're with a woman that tells you that you need to sign that paper, then you need to reevaluate your situation. Because it can't say it's religion. We need to get married for real, because if not, you know, I'm a religious woman. Well, back in the time of Jesus, them boys wasn't signing no doggone marriage licenses. That's something for the state. We get married in a church. We get married before God. God's not going to curse our marriage because we didn't sign a paper. We didn't sign a marriage license. Like, nah, y'all not living right because you didn't sign the marriage license. Nah, partner.
Shout out to James Jones, aka Gator, in the house. Thanks. Got the chef hat on tonight cooking.
That's my dog too, man.
Great topics, fellas. A lot of men need to hear this. I don't catch feelings, I catch flight. Shout out to Jay Rich, aka Alexandra, in the house.
Jay Rich that's my other dog, Jay Rich. And
so what about fellas that they in a type of marriage where, you know, they get to do what they want to do, and you know, they get to mess with other women and travel, whatever the deal is. What about those type of marriages? You think that's something that can work out for you, or you just don't trust a woman enough to marry her? Period.
Again, it goes back to sticking your hand in the hole, trying to grab a prize, but you keep getting bit by a snake. So, you know, like I said, there are good women out there. There are good relationships out there. But at the same time, why does your relationship have to boil down to signing a piece of paper which gives the state authority over you? I mean, hey, what's the difference in having a woman that lives with you that you guys have decided you're going to be committed with one another and signing paperwork that says that the state has control over you and your assets? It really makes no sense whatsoever for me for you to stand up and go, okay, y'all make decisions in my life. So for guys that have that, where they're married and they're happy and they're truly happy and they're able to travel and they're able to do things on the side, then that's fine. Antoine Hill, man, he said, man, get married and take that chance. Bro, I know he kidding. Take that. No, sir. No, sir. There's absolutely no reason whatsoever to do that. And if you look at it logically, like us men do, that's why statistics have shown that 80% of men now are opting not to get married. And when they do get married, only 1 in 4 black women get married. So, I mean, that's letting you know that times have changed. I listen to Kevin Samuels all the time, and I'm cool with what he says, other than the fact that he's pushing people to get married. And that's where I disagree with him.
Yeah. So basically, man, I mean, everybody can't be like you, Thanos, man. It'll be a cold world, bro.
Well, you know, it has nothing to do.
It won't be no
Again, it
husband.
has nothing to do with me. What does getting married and signing that paperwork? What does it have to do with having money or not having money? You know, Rich, you do very well yourself financially. Why would you get married right now? You're in your late 30s, early 40s. Why would you get married right now? You get married and stuff like that so you can build something together. But you already have that. So what is a woman going to bring to you that makes it necessary for you to sign that piece of paper? And the answer to that, sir, is absolutely nothing. And Antoine Hill, it's okay to fall in love.
What about if you found a woman? What about if you found a woman that actually was on your level or had more money than you and had more to lose than you?
But still, what's the reason to sign the paper? Because now she's a slave to the system. I mean, still, tell me what the reason is to sign the paper.
I can go with that.
You can do everything that people who sign the paper do, except leave.
That's true, man. I mean, I ain't debating it. I'm just, hey, I'm the host, man. So I gotta throw these scenarios out there.
But
you got some people you got people like Antonio that's telling you to get married, man. You know what I'm saying? Take the chance, brother.
But take a chance on doing what? What am I going to do any different by signing the paper when I don't? You know? Thank you, Brian.
Man, shout out to Brian. This Flit, man. Flit, I'm gonna let you come on for a second. But like I said, I set this show up for these two guys initially. But I'm gonna let you come on for a second since he's already backstage. Just speak.
All right. Thanks a lot for having me on.
You. Go ahead.
What's up, guys? Guys in the chat, guys on the floor right now. Yo, I would listen to you, and you make some good points, but one thing you forgetting, you leaving out when it comes to love and it comes to finding love, and that was my idea, and originally when I created my channel, love is more to it than just just the feelings we have, or the feelings that develop between the two. Sometimes you don't even know what true love is, but it comes down to the root of what love is and who created love. So I know a lot of people get married because of religious reasons, and that's something you're not even mentioning. I understand you mentioning love with just regard to the secular world, but a lot of people do get married because they feel like having sex without marriage is like committing a sin. So that's the reason why. So, but you leave that out. You kind of like forget about that part, or you didn't mention that part.
But brother, I think that's where you're wrong, because if you listen to what I said that we can get married in a church. I don't have a problem with getting married in a church. I'm just not going to sign that paper. What does signing a marriage license have to do with whether or not you're in love? That's the point I'm trying to make. And
no, but marriage license made it official as well. Marriage license make it official.
Marriage license does not make it official in the eyes of God, sir. Marriage license makes it official in the eyes of the state and the federal government.
Facts.
God is not running around asking for no marriage certificate.
It does because you know why? It does because God says some parts of the Bible, it says God hated divorcing, that He hates individuals married to get divorced. So because of that, it shows that there must be some legality to it.
No, sir. In the Bible, when people got divorced, all they did was proclaim that woman was no longer their wife. Okay. Now we're on a road right now where I'm getting ready to take you to school, sir. All you have to do back in biblical times was to proclaim that woman was no longer your wife and you were officially divorced. There was no court system that you had to go through to divide up assets or anything like that. All you needed to do is proclaim that she is no longer your wife, and that was a done deal, sir.
I know that, but there's parts of the scriptures where Jesus mentioned it, I'm not gonna go religious on this forum right now, but
and that wouldn't be a good idea.
But the part of Jesus' reasoning, what he's also mentioned in the scriptures, he said that there's only 2 grounds of divorce: if a person commit adultery against one another, against each other, or death. Death is not really divorce, but death is in the marriage, of course. So that's the only way the person can remarry, because of those 2 grounds.
And what does that have to do with signing a piece of paper, sir?
Because it shows that it shows the legality of marriage in the eyes of God. And also, you saying what your reasoning is basically, a couple can live together, don't have to be legally tied by an agreement, by a signature. So in that way, when something go wrong, go south, you just could break it up easily.
Hey, let me
just
tell
like
you,
a regular relationship. Then that's just a regular relationship. That's not really marriage.
Again, you're mixing legality with spirituality. Okay,
I'm not combining it both the same.
Legality. Hey, let me try to get in one sentence, and then I'll let you have 3. Okay.
Go ahead.
So legality is signing paperwork. Legality is state and federal government. Okay. There's nowhere in the Bible where you can show me where anybody was signing a marriage license to the state, or when people got divorced, they ended up going to court. Again, if somebody cheated, if a woman cheat on you, you proclaim that they are no longer your wife. If you get married in a ceremony, and I'm not against getting married in a ceremony, I'm against signing a paper. I'm not against doing anything that is spiritually sound. And spiritually sound means you get married in a church. I don't have a problem doing that. I am not going to sign that paper because that has nothing to do with the Bible. That is something that has to do with the state and the federal government.
I don't particularly believe, and you were mentioning love. I don't particularly believe in this day and time that love is a part of the equation. It's a transaction. You know what I'm saying? You get with somebody you could deal with, and you stay with that person. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that in some ways. Yeah.
Love is so shit. That fairy tale shit we grew up on, that shit never existed. It never existed. So, you get somebody you can tolerate that understands you and you understand them and you keep it moving. But all this marriage and talk about the Bible and all that stuff, come on. I never subscribed to that. I never subscribed to, this is how it's got to be and all that traditional crap, because I came from an untraditional background. If you like somebody and you cool with them and they rock with you and you rock with them, then that's cool. You don't necessarily need, what did you call it? The finality of the process. That I'm agreeing with this brother. We don't, that marriage shit and certificate shit. I'm good with all that. I did at one point in my life, I did want to get married, but after seeing all the ups and downs that people go through, and then when somebody said you work hard every day, and then when you get divorced, you got to give your bread to some girl for her to live better or to maintain a lifestyle. Fuck out of here. I'll stay by myself.
Exactly.
I understand what you guys are saying, and I understand the points you're making, but at the same time, I'm just saying that some people might get married because of their religious reasons. And I understand you said, you just get married in church and that be it. But some people like to follow the law there's some scripture in the Bible says, follow the laws of Caesar. Pay unto Caesar. So Caesar have laws that they want you to be legally married and they make it official. And that's when sometimes people follow that way, go that direction.
Bro,
United States ain't Caesar, baby.
Yeah, I was raised in the church, bro.
Time out real quick. I appreciate you coming on, Flip, man. I did dedicate this show.
Yeah, no doubt.
So respect to the panel. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure they get their time, man. I wanted to do a show with you one-on-one or whatever. Okay. I don't know when I'm gonna set that up, but appreciate you coming on, man. And you need a Hawks icon, I got you, man. You know what I'm saying?
No, but it's some good points, man. Thanks for having me on. And
but Flint, before you go, man, let me say this right here, man. And I'm not trying to be funny. All I'm trying to do is just be logical. Sometimes when I come across logical, I come across as an asshole, and I really don't mean to.
No, you don't. I respect your opinion.
But check this out. When people get married, it's all about the love. Baby, I love you. The woman tells a man, I love you. And I never do anything to hurt you and blah, blah, blah. When it's time to get divorced, it is all about the money. 100% of the time. I have never been in court and heard a woman go before the judge and say, I want all my love back. It's always, I want money. I want money. I want to destroy him. I want money. And when you sign that paper, you're giving them the tool to do that. And if men want to get out there and sign that piece of paper for whatever reason you want to do it, then that's fine. But just understand what you're doing. You can still live your life in a biblical manner and in a biblical sense without giving your life away to the state and the federal government. So said the shepherd.
All right, shout out to J Regs.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. I respect what you're saying. We talk again. We talk again. All right, Rich, another time then. I'll be up there.
All right, man. Appreciate you coming on, bro.
Thanks for having me on. All right.
All right. Shout out to J Regs. I'll let y'all address this right here. Shout out to James Jones, Simp Man Johnny. But what y'all think about this right here, man? Lately it seems like some think marriage is worse than having babies out of wedlock. I'm not sure if he's trying to say it's a damn shame, like y'all don't want to get married, or he trying to be.
Oh, I think Rich, I think what he's trying to say is that if you compare being married and living the life being married and being miserable while you're married, I think what he's saying is being married is sometimes worse than having children out of wedlock. Because when you have children out of wedlock, you're having to deal with child support, you're having to deal with the court system. And I think he's comparing the two, saying that sometimes being married is worse than having to deal with outside, with kids out of wedlock that you're having to go back and forth to court over child support and stuff like that over. At least there's some finality to going to court for child support. When you're married and you're in an unhappy situation and you're a hostage in that situation and you can't leave because it's going to cost you more money than what you can recover from, that stress may be more than having to deal with children that you've had out of wedlock. And thank you, Liqour Calloway. I am an asshole and I'm proud to be.
Oh, shit.
Hey, I love that dude, man. Calloway, I love him to death, man.
Oh, that's a dude? No.
Yeah, that's the dude. That's Big C.
I know. Oh, shit. Yeah, man. But anybody in the chat that actually wants to get married, because it seems like most of the travelers, man, they got burnt before in the States or they got burnt abroad and they ain't thinking about marriage. But then some of them be trying to marry girls and bring them back to America. So maybe y'all can speak on that a little bit, because I know y'all both opposed to getting married, but you know what I'm saying?
Here's something that's important. I see where LJ 2014 asked a question. What about a child in the DR? Do you have to pay child support? And brother, I think that's very important. That is a very important question. Thank you for asking that, because let me tell you how this goes. Thanks to our great president, Barack Obama, we have what's called international child support now. So that means that if you get a girl pregnant from another country, she can sue you for child support in the United States if she's able to track you down. The DR will find you in the United States, and you will end up having to submit blood in the United States, and you will have to go to court in the United States, and they will levy child support upon you and garnish your wages and send it to the Dominican Republic. So yes, there are a few, and I keep posting the link in our group, WTU, because it tells you all of the countries that the United States has an agreement, a reciprocity child support agreement with, and the Dominican Republic is one of those countries. So those girls will tell you, oh, I want to have a baby. I want to have a baby. And you're like, oh yeah, we can have a baby. Whatever. I don't have to worry about it. I'm going to take care of my child, of course, but I ain't got to worry about the bullshit in the United States, whereas you do. So what happens is one of my homeboys who said I was an asshole has changed his name to something else when he goes to the DR. So if you ain't got the name, you ain't got the court on your side. As a matter of fact, where I live here in this undisclosed location, my name is not Reginald Lindsay. My name is Ramon Fox. I do that for several different reasons. But, you know, yes, if you get a child in the Dominican Republic and she has enough information to track you down, then yes, you will end up paying court-ordered child support. And you may think that, hey, she don't know your name, but she can go to the front desk of the hotel, because all of those Dominicans stick together. She can go to the front desk of that hotel and say, I stayed here 3 months ago, and they'll probably give her a copy of your passport.
Wow.
Yeah, I just, you know, there's some dumbass dudes out here that's going out overseas and impregnate these women, and you looking at one of them. So I'm dealing with that right now in the Dominican Republic. My baby is 2 months, 3 months old, and she had threatened all this to get this information on me. I sent her some cash last year, and she held on to that paperwork. And I said, wait, I said, bitch, you don't know my name. And she definitely said my whole name. So, but she's going to have, it's not that easy. She's going to have to do a lot more. She's going to have to know, in the States, you got to know if he has a job, where he works. You got to find out where he lives. You know what I'm saying? You can't just say, oh, he lives in Massachusetts and try to find him, because, you know, you got to find the dude and figure out where he is. So if you do, or if you are in that situation, my advice to you is just, you know, don't ever give a woman anywhere what she asked for, right? Don't give her everything she asked for. Give her a little less. That's my thing. So I just keep that. I talk to the Dominicans. I say, well, how much does it cost to take care of a baby for a month? And I send that bread. So we in the middle of beefing over that right now. So yeah. So I'm a dumbass.
Right. And to my homeboy, Mr. Flip Flop. Mr. Flip Flop, we've never met in person before, brother, but I got mad respect for you. Thank you for representing for the brothers down in the DR. Hopefully, I get down there. I can come by your restaurant and get some food. And he said, you know, why don't you just take care of your kid? And you're right. Why not just take care of your kid? But the problem is the money that these women ask for is more money than it would take to take care of your child. So I don't think that anybody really has a problem taking care of their child, but at the same time, I have a problem giving an excessive amount of money to a woman for a child. I thought that I had gotten somebody pregnant about 2 years ago, and so I had already contacted my attorney to see what I would have to pay in child support. I would have to pay $22,000 a month for one child. That's what they told me. $22,000 a month for one child is what I would have to pay. And that is excessive. I would have no problem at all taking care of my child, sending him to private school. Luckily, it wasn't my child. But I don't have a problem sending them to private school, whatever the child needs. But $22,000 a month is excessive. So again, women sometimes go out and try and get pregnant by dudes because it's an income center for them. So nobody has a problem with taking care of their child. But in the Dominican Republic, if you have a woman that's like, hey, I can get a kid from this American man and get child support and never have to work again, then that's something that they do. And so the question that somebody asks is, do you have to pay them in dollars, or do you pay them in Dominican pesos? If they're a resident of the Dominican Republic, then you are held to whatever the Dominican Republic standards are for that child support. So you won't end up having to pay 33% of your income or whatever. You will end up having to pay whatever the standard is in the Dominican Republic for child support, which will be much less in pesos.
Shout out to B-Dot. He says, my name is B-Dot Yokohama in Japan. He says, this 2021, the only season I follow is my barber. Let me pay these bills. Let me see who else. Prime. Okay. Sure. Shout out to James Jones. You send money to a girl overseas and she will have all your information. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I want to put this in there, man. A lot of guys ask about that child support thing. My thing is, why y'all ask? You know what I'm saying? Are y'all getting girls pregnant out there? You know, you don't want to pay no money. I mean, I feel like if you have a baby, you should support that baby, whether it be on child support or just sending money. So just keep that in mind.
So again, Rich, nobody got a problem sending the money. I think the problem is nobody wants to be had. I mean, nobody wants to have to send like brother right here. Nobody wants to have to send $1,000 a month to the Dominican Republic for child support. I mean, that's just excessive. There's my boy right there, Flip Flop. What's up, brother?
What's good? Shout to the chat. Shout to the panel, man. It was good. Richard, appreciate you for inviting me on. Thanos show. Appreciate the love from that, man. I got what you were saying. And I just want to jump in and interject in what you said about the child support. I did a video on the child support. It is kind of backwards a little bit, but I find that a lot of men take child support in the Dominican Republic. I'm talking about. We take it the American mindset. If you allow a woman to know you make all this money and you doing all this and you doing all that, they already going to think they can get X amount of dollars out of you. I've had this conversation with a few people already. What you said was right, brother. You said that they're going to ask for an exorbitant amount of money. I actually have a friend that was taken to court for his kid down here. He decided to bring all his paperwork, pension, everything he would bring in America, he brought it down here. And he paid something like $900 a month, which is ridiculous down here. Wow. So it's like, you need to make sure you're not flashing your money, showing you have all this bread. I have a kid down here where his mother thinks I'm a millionaire. His mother thinks I'm you, Thanos. Thinks I'm you. Thinks I'm a millionaire. And because she sees the parties I do and the events I do and she sees YouTube, she swears I'm rich. But I'm like, show me the money. Can you show me where I'm more rich at? As long as my son's taken care of, as long as all of my kids are taken care of, that's it. She actually took me to court. I was waiting for an exorbitant amount of money. It ended up being like less than $200, which was wild because I thought she was going to ask for $800, $900. And because I'm American, I assumed they were going to try to go against me. But you do have cases where a woman will ask for a whole bunch of money because they feel we got it. You know what I'm saying? But you have to, what I tell everybody is if you have that situation where you have a kid and maybe if you find out the kid's yours, whatever the case may be proactive and go to court or work out a situation where you're paying X amount. Some guys don't mind giving $300-400 a month. That's cool. Some guys don't mind that, but be proactive with it. Put yourself on, put yourself on child support without having to go to court. Make this agreement and you're good. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to Dominican Republic, and yes, you were right about that law. It is international and it started in New Jersey. New Jersey was the first state to have an agreement with Dominican Republic. So everybody in New Jersey was screwed first. And then it bounced. I don't think it's every state yet, but it's a bunch of states now.
Well, see, what happened is, this is what happened.
Chris Christie's fat ass.
At the state level, they did this sistership program. Whereas you have the state of New Jersey, the state of New York, city of Atlanta, Boston, all of those are like sister cities and sister states to the Dominican Republic. So through that program, you can get child support. But Obama took it a step higher. At the federal level, you can get child support through the Hague Convention. So if they go that route, then no matter where you are in the United States, federally, they can get child support whether your state participates or not. So if you're in New Jersey and your state participates, then the federal government will defer that to the state of New Jersey. But if, say, for instance, if you're in Texas, then the federal government is going to come after you themselves.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Like I said, I knew it was something, but I wasn't 100% sure how it went. Me and Flip talked about this the other day or something, Flip. Yeah. Where Shorty's asking me, this is a newborn baby. She's asking, let me tell you the numbers. She's asking for like $300 to $400 a month for a newborn baby, right? The Dominicans down here raise a baby on what probably $50, $60 a month or something like that. Their salary is like It depends what the milk and the Pampers are, basically. Right. And I'm like, yo, you're bugging. You know what I'm saying? She's asking for all this crazy money, and never the conversation was, okay, how many times you gonna come down here and see your kid, or
nothing build or what plans we're gonna have for the kid. It's about, look, if this is a cash grab, so you guys just got to be careful. Rich said something about guys. Man, I just got from Medellin, bro, and I talked to a lot of guys in Medellin, and them dudes, a lot of them dudes down there ain't wearing no condoms down there, bro. That's a fact, bro. They talk about, I'm like, y'all bugging, man. They down there busting everywhere, and this is what's gonna happen. So I hope I'm a warning to y'all boys to just be careful, man, because I was stupid. I made a stupid error. My baby's here, and I got to do what I got to do for my kid. But she ain't getting what she's asking for. That's out. She's gonna get what she needs, what the baby needs. That's all she's gonna get.
Right. That's all she deserves.
And I do want to say something about the marriage comment talk you guys were talking about. Being somebody, I put it in the chat. I was married, and marriage is like you said, brother, it's just a piece of paper. After 10 years of being with somebody I rocked with real hard, became the mother of my daughter, held me down through everything. We were married for 7 months. That piece of paper ruined everything. You know what I'm saying? It made it like I was with this woman all these years, and as soon as we got married, it felt obligated to be married. You know what I'm saying? And then the wild part is we got divorced and still was together even longer after the divorce. It was like marriage messed everything up. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with that when it comes to marriage. I don't feel you need that paperwork if you're going to be common law, marriage, whatever the case may be. But I know I went through it myself, and we had no issues. We had a mutual divorce. I gave her the house for my daughter. You know, I didn't want the house, so I was moving out of the country anyway. But we still friends to this day. But that paper actually messed up my relationship with my ex-wife. You know what I'm saying? I had someone for 10 years I was with, and we were literally only married for 7 months. So I agree with that 100%.
Wow. That's incredible.
Shout out to Jay Negrito for the super chat. Shout out to Jaws. Appreciate that. Go ahead, Thanos.
Yeah, the problem is that so many people have been brainwashed into, and so many men have been shamed into, if you don't want to get married, then you're selfish. If you want to live with a woman and not marry her legally and sign the paperwork, then that means that you're not really in love and you're not making her an honest woman. So my thing is, when I get free time, I sit around and think about stuff. And I've been quite successful in coming up with ways to keep people alive and keep people out of trouble. And another thing that I do is just look at processes and see how to make it better. And I know that the institution of marriage would be a lot better for men if they just didn't sign that paper. And flip flop. I mean, you are another testimony to that. But again, women will go apeshit crazy and call you all types of names if you say that you're not signing that paper. Look, baby, I will do everything. We can have a big wedding in the church. We can do all of that. But if you want me to sign that paper, I'm not going to sign that paper. And they go crazy. And that lets you know right there what they're really after. They're after money. That's the only reason to sign. That's the only reason they would want you to sign that paper after they're going to get everything else.
That's real right there. That's definitely real.
Hey, but if I had a daughter, bro, which I don't, I'm going to tell her to marry you when you 98.
That'd be fucked up.
It just seems like it's kind of a shame that a man can't get married and he's got all these laws against us, man. It just seems like a sad thing, man. It's messed up, man, how the laws is against us, bro.
Well, you know what? I think you can get married. Here's the thing I've run into. I believe when it comes to marriage, and what I've noticed, and like my experience was different. Me and my ex-wife to this day are still friends. After we got a divorce, we still were together. It's when you deal with a woman who might be bitter and you're not paying attention to the signs. The signs can be there for most men. I tell guys all the time when it comes to signs of women, if you pay attention, that woman showed you who she was before she married. You just ignored it. And when you ignored it and then got married, she continued to show you who she was leading up to the divorce. And I kind of realized that a lot of people go, someone changes. We all change. But at the same time, before you got married, you knew who that person was. You lived with that person for X amount of time. You knew their flaws. You knew what they did. You knew if they left the toilet seat up or down. You knew everything. So when things start to go bad, they already showed you who they were previously. They're pretty much the same person, unless they cheat, adultery, whatever the case may be. But they're pretty much that same person that you were with from the jump. You just ignored those signs. You know what I'm saying? And that's what leads to divorce and bitter women basically going after everything, going after your money, going after this, because they were in love with you or wasn't in love, whatever the case may be, but they showed you who they were prior to you actually signing that paperwork.
That's true. I believe that 100%. My situation was a little different. My sweet, beautiful princess of a woman, my Dominican wife, had a boyfriend in her country that she never broke up with. And I don't know who she thought she was married to, but
Jose.
I found that out real quick and subsequently activated the prenup and divorced her. So the thing is that was funny with men. We don't know if something's wrong in a relationship unless the woman cuts off the pussy. If she ain't, and maybe I can't say that on YouTube, when she cuts off the sex, then we start going, she fucking somebody else. She doing something, you know? But for us, as long as the woman is fucking and sucking and doing everything that makes us feel like a man, then we don't look at nothing else. And that's where I got caught up, because all the way up to the weekend I caught her cheating, she was laying it down like you would not, but she was laying it down like day one. And I thought that I was like, whoa, this is good. And the next thing you know, she gets busted, you know? So there were no signs at all with my situation. There was just no signs at all, other than the fact that I just kind of got a notion like something just didn't feel right. And I was like, let me get the boys involved in this. And that's how it went down. So you just, you know, with women, you could give them the best sex in the world and women be like, yeah, this dude is really putting this pussy together. I wonder who else he fucking like this. You know, so you just really have to be careful. And people always say, oh, you just got hurt, that's why you're not getting married. No, it's not that. While I was married, I realized a lot of things that I didn't know, like you're responsible for another human being.
Yeah.
And you don't realize the extent of that responsibility until you actually get married. I mean, I have supercars and I have laser jammers on all of the cars, including the car that my ex-wife was driving. And it jams laser for 8 seconds. You could be doing 200 miles per hour and you got 8 seconds to slow down. You can slow down to a dead stop in 8 seconds. And she got popped at 96 miles per hour in a 55-mile zone. Well, of course, because I have supercars, Geico canceled our insurance policy. And I said, look, my wife doesn't drive the supercars. And they were like, y'all are married. She has access to them. So we can't take a chance. She's a super speeder. So they canceled the policy. So the only insurance company that would take me was State Farm. And State Farm made me get the same type of insurance that you get if you've had a DUI, which is called SR22. Ooh. So I was paying $10,000 a month for auto insurance because she went out and got a speeding ticket. Either I had to pay that, or I had to sell the cars, or just not have insurance, which means you go to jail and your driver's license gets suspended. All she could offer me was an I'm sorry. And when I bitched about it again and again and again, she starts crying, oh, you care about those cars. I said I was sorry. Well, tell me you sorry by putting up $10,000, you know? So just stuff like that. And I'm just sitting around going, damn, I cannot meet my mark on what I'm trying to save because she's not saving. because she's not going along with the financial plan that we put together or whatever. So just the fact of just being responsible for another person at that level was enough for me to go, you know what, I'll never do this shit again, you know, along with all the other stuff. So
that's interesting. And I talked to, being here in DR, I know a few baseball players. In the States, I know a few athletes that, you know, make good money. A lot of the men that make decent money, I'm broke as hell, but a lot of the brothers that make good money, they're tired of these women being a bill. You understand what I'm saying? They used to be cool to keep somebody on the side, send a couple stacks, you know, to keep her good, but they fucked that up. You send some money to some girl, and then you find out the moto contra driver was her boyfriend the whole time. And you guys are tired of this, man. And these women don't understand this. Oh, I got somebody on my phone. He's rich. Yeah, but he ain't gonna be sending you money. That well is drying up for y'all. So y'all gotta do something better.
I don't want to date a chick and feel like I got a daughter in college. Because, you know, if you got a daughter in college, she's calling you every Friday for money. So I don't want to date a chick and feel like I got a daughter in college, or that I got a dependent because she's always calling for stuff. And that's just the way of the world right now.
Now, for y'all people watching, any ladies watching, people always say, BLB, you making this shit up. This is a rich man right here. He's telling you. We tired of sending money to somebody that ain't worth it. Shit, I'd rather go gamble that shit in Vegas, or I'd rather spend that on some mangoes out of the country. At least I know I'm getting my money's worth.
Right.
I gotta agree with that, definitely, 100%. And hold on, other thing is appreciative as well. A lot of people a lot of women sometimes feel they're entitled and they're not appreciative. You know what I'm saying? If you take on that responsibility of taking care of another human being that's not your child, at least you can appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? But don't just act like I'm supposed to give you my money, I'm supposed to take care of you. You're a grown person. You're a grown human being. The only grown human being I help out are my kids. You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna do that, I feel that when the unappreciativeness is something that really bothers me. You know what I'm saying? If you become a bill, okay, you got a girl not working, something like that, that's cool, it happens. But if you become a bill and I'm constantly being the savior, not the savior, but you know, the bill payer, and I'm taking care of everything. And now I have basically another version of myself I have to pay for. At least be appreciative. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it's like, damn, I don't have to do that. I don't have to pay another phone bill, another light bill, another, you know, your mother don't got something, I gotta take care of that, rent's due. You know, I don't have to do that. I have to, now my kids I gotta do that for. That's obligated. But another human being, you're not obligated. So when it is done, the appreciation should at least be there.
And you know, everybody wants to feel appreciated, but because of Cardi B, the City Girls, and Megan Thee Stallion, and a few other people, it has just gotten to the way now that it's your job to just indiscriminately just send money because they want to, and buy $2,000 purses and lavish trips, and take them to the club for them and their girlfriends, and pay for everybody and not expect anything in return. So yeah. But I'm just under the opinion that I'm just not going to do any of that shit at all. So when I am back in Atlanta, I pretty much just chill, because I don't have time for the foolishness, especially when I know all I got to do is come back down here and it's flowing like water. So, and at the end of the day, women, well, I don't care, blah, blah, blah. But what they don't understand is they are making it hard for themselves. They're not making it hard for me, because I'm able to drink water anywhere. I just don't have to drink your water. But at the end of the day, you know, there are not very many guys like us just walking around the street that they have access to. But we can find one of them on any corner. But every last one of them think that there's something that's unique, and they're not. Because at the end of the day, all they can offer is pussy. And it doesn't matter to me how much money, it doesn't matter to me how much money they make, because even if they made $1 million a year, I'm still going to have to pay for vacations. I'm still going to have to pay for the dinner. I'm still going to get her a gift for her birthday, and she's going to get me bullshit for mine. So it doesn't matter to me how much money she makes because I'm not going to benefit from that. What I care about, are you submissive? Are you low aggravation? Can you be quiet and give me some peace in my life? Can you be supportive? Can you do that? And can you hold your own? That's really what I care about. Things that I can't go out and buy.
Right, and you got all these people going, all these women going crazy over what Kevin Samuels is saying, but we've been talking about that way before he even came on the scene. And I think at this particular point, at some point, they need to start listening. It's good that we're having this conversation because they're hearing it from other guys. And the more and more guys that start talking about it, look, we just want peace. I work hard. I vacation a lot. I travel a lot, but I'm working Monday through Friday while I'm out. The last thing I want to do is shut that laptop, right? Dealing with the bullshit from work and then hear her bullshit.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? It's just that peace of mind. Now I'm paying the rent. You need something, I'll help you out and look out for you, but you got to bring something of value. You got to bring something of value. And we, for a long time, have let this, remember that, who said that, happy wife, happy life shit? No, it's happy husband, happy life. Right. Big J, shout out to Big J. Big J said something to me. He said, I think he said his grandmother, someone said, the woman that don't ask and don't look for something is the one that gets doubled. So you got a girl in your house. And she's doing everything for you. She don't say nothing. You look over and say, you know, baby, I'm gonna take you out for a steak. Let me get you something. Facts. But those that expect it and ask, in the trash with y'all. It's time for us brothers all across the world to start throwing these bitches in the trash. And I'm just keeping it 100 because that's where they need to be. Cardi B, Lil Kim, all them singing that. Oh, he gotta have a bag, bitch. Where's yours?
Right.
And that's real talk. And that's real talk.
I love it when I meet women and they have this long list of expectations, and I sit down and I listen to it and I say, okay, yeah, you need this, you got to have that, you got to have this, okay. Well, let me ask you this: what are you bringing to the table? Mm-hmm. You said you only eat at 5-star restaurants. Okay, but you told me that you were in between jobs right now, which means you don't have a job. So you're setting standards on me that you can't even achieve yourself. You're telling me that I need to take you to a restaurant that without me, you can't eat at. You know, so what's my benefit of you? Because if I take you to this 5-star restaurant, you're going to order an appetizer, you're going to get the most expensive entree, you're going to get a dessert, you're going to sit there and drink fucking mixed drinks, about 4 or 5 of those, and I'm going to walk out of here with a $500 bill. So what is so special about you, and what do you bring to the table that's going to cause me to want to pay $500? And it can't be pussy, because I can get that for $35 somewhere in Latin America, and it's going to be a lot better than any pussy you could ever give me. So tell me what you're bringing me that is going to cause me to want to spend $500, and it's got to be something that's tangible. Don't tell me you're a good woman. Don't tell me, oh, I can do this or that. No, give me tangible that will cause me to want to spend $500 for a meal for you. Otherwise, if all you're coming to the table with is young, wet pussy, I can get that in Latin America for $35. And again, it's going to be much better than anything you can throw out. And they're
$10 in Colombia. $10 in Colombia.
There you go. There you go. So I'm not, and a lot of women say, well, if you got it, what's the big deal? Well, bread is $2 in Publix. And just because I got money doesn't mean I'm gonna walk in Publix and pay $25 for a loaf of bread. That's only worth $2. I mean, if you're walking around with $20 pussy, I'm not gonna give you $500 for it. You're a $20 check. So we can go to Applebee's and get that 2 for $1, and we can and whatever. Exactly.
I'm riding with that because the reality is the expectations are high. But I saw a meme one day where it said, the woman said, I want this, I want a man with this, I want that, I want that. He said, what are you offering? And it said, use vagina. And he's like, all right, I'll pay. But it's the reality. Like, What can you? Hey, you don't have to be, like you said, you don't have to be rich. You don't have to have bring a whole bunch to the table, but bring something to the table.
Right.
Bring something that,
Right.
show me some value. You know what I'm saying? Don't just take, because at that point, that's what we just discussed before. Now I feel like you're one of my kids. But my kids have to take. They need. You are a grown person. You don't need. You know what I'm saying? So I told that right there. I told you, you eat at 5-star restaurant. You do all that, but without me, you ain't doing none of that because you're in between jobs. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? How long are you gonna stay in between jobs while I'm taking care of everything? Right. You feel me? But guys, I appreciate you having me on. I actually got to run. Richard Rich, thank you for having me on. Reg, Senior Thanos, appreciate you, baby. Man. Jay, Brown, Liqour Baron.
You're the man, bro.
Shout to the panel. Thanks for having me on, guys.
All right, bro.
I appreciate it. We got to get you back on. Oh, damn, they gone.
Hey,
shout out to Flip, though.
To piggyback off what I'm sorry, brother.
Another thing that gets me, Rich, is when women start talking about, well, I know my value. So I went back and forth with this girl, and I said, well, sweetheart, tell me about your value. Well, I know I'm a good woman, and I know this, and I know that, and I've been having sex with you for 3 years, and you ain't bought me no car. You ain't bought me I wanted a laptop for my birthday, and you didn't buy it. You gave me $100 and a card for my birthday, and I just feel like I'm just worth more than that, and blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, okay. I said, well, let me ask you a question. Didn't we go to New York on my jet? Yeah, and I gave you some pussy on your jet. Okay. Haven't we gone out to many different places and you paid absolutely nothing? Well, yeah, I deserve that. I said, well, let me ask you, you work from home for Home Depot, and Home Depot is paying you $15 an hour. So that's your worth. Your worth is $15 an hour. You accepted that job. So your worth is $15 an hour. That's it. The owner of Home Depot is worth $3.8 billion. I'm not worth anywhere near that. So if you're not calling him up telling him that your worth is more than $15 an hour, don't call me up telling me that your worth is more than $100 for your birthday. It's just that plain and simple.
Church.
If you want me to help, and I tell these girls all the time, if you want me to help you start a business, I don't mind investing money in you if you're trying to start a business. I will do that. But for me, just handing you money to go buy a purse or giving you money for this or giving you money for that, I'm not going to do it. I mean, I helped a young lady start a clothing business. That cost me several $1,000s. She got her clothing business up and running, gave me my money back, and she's making a shitload of money right now. I don't mind doing stuff like that, but I am not going to hand you money. I'm not going to feed you at 5-star restaurants. I'm not going to do all this stupid ass shit. I'm just not going to do it because I don't have to.
So here's what I like to call the hood boogers. You know them girls that be patting their weave in the store line. Here's what they gonna say: y'all some stingy ass niggas. Well, here it is. It's not your goddamn money. You didn't punch the clock. You wasn't in the gym shooting with me. Flip just got off the panel. This man owns a restaurant. If I was a man that owned a restaurant and I met a girl and she came in day one like, babe, let me take some of the stress off you. Boom, boom, boom. I'm here. Let me help over there. Let me do this. Let me do that. Okay, she's a woman that's adding value to my life. But somebody just to sit home and go to the club with her girls to show the bag off that you got a bitch, bye. Ain't nobody got no time for that. You can you get that same bag on your own dime and you can go hang out with your girls at the club anytime you want. But when you in my house and I'm providing for you, you're under my rules. This is how it's got to go. Or you can go, or I'll go somewhere else. Because like you said, all you're offering me at that point is just some pussy. And pussy is a dime a dozen. I can walk down the street. I'm in Dominican Republic. I walk down the street and trip over some pussy. You know what I'm saying? I don't need some tired ass pussy, especially now you dealing with these women that got a kid. Oh, well, a real man helps take it. Fuck, that ain't my kid.
Hey,
that ain't my goddamn kid.
Bro, I love it. Thank you for saying that, because it's funny how the women who have children, especially the one who have multiple children by multiple men, those are the ones that set their standards so damn high. Well, I made some mistakes when I was young, but I ain't doing that no more. so I'm not having sex again until he marries me first. Huh? You want to tell me I can't test drive a used car? Now, if I go to the car lot and you got some shit sitting on the showroom floor and it only got 2 miles on it, I could understand them telling me I got to pay for that car and that I can't test drive it. But if you're old beat up Chevy sitting out there in the rain on the lot and you got 200,000 miles on you, I'm gonna drive that motherfucker like the wheels fell off. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drive it till the wheels fall off and put some scratches on it myself. Because that's what you're supposed to do to a used Chevy. You know? I don't care how much wax you put on it. I don't care if you put, I mean, a woman who got multiple children by multiple men is like taking a box Chevy and putting $10,000 rims on it and calling it a Bentley. It's not. And they kill me with that shit.
That's not a lie. That's not a lie. But unfortunately, there's a lot of brothers around the world that's doing that. Oh, yeah, he's a good kid. I'm going to look out for him. Yeah, that ain't yours. That ain't your baby. She knew better. She got 5. And it kills me because, like you said, there's women running around with 5 different kids from 5 different baby daddies. But then the whole script changed. Oh, no, we can't do that. Oh, I need this. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm paying for what. Now they want us to pay for what the other 5 niggas didn't pay for. Nah, y'all girls got it twisted. So back to the original, Rich. I'm going to say most of these women now in the world are terrible, shitty women. Their mindset is screwed, man. It's just screwed. And it takes conversations like we're having so they can see it from regular dudes, not no Kevin Samuel, who's now a celebrity, regular dudes every day telling them, you're bugging. Recalibrate your mind. You 6 kids in and you looking for some dude to come pay your rent and all that shit, bitch. You should be trying to get a second job instead of on Tinder. These women bugging. Like, it just angers me what we have to deal with. And this is why a lot of brothers are flocking. We are not trickling. We are flocking away from these type of women outside the States. You go to certain parts in other countries. Listen, some parts of Dominican Republic, some parts of Colombia, I don't like to go because I'm like, damn, all Americans here. They here for a reason. They tired of y'all asses. They tired of y'all asses. And don't say y'all don't need us because y'all still be in our inboxes. Oh, when you gonna come by? Nah, we ain't coming by for you. We ain't checking for you. We ain't checking for you.
Exactly.
Shout out to Gil for the donation. He says, great show. Shout out to Puta God. You know that's Zeke right there. Shout out to Zeke for the donation also, my brother.
Hey, man, Zeke is definitely the Puta God, man. I'm telling you. I don't know nobody. I mean, it's so funny because when Zeke used to be part of our group, dudes would meet a girl and they would be like, yo, man, I met this chick. She's a unicorn, this, that, and the other. And we would be like, dude, you need to run her by Zeke first, man. And Zeke would be like, yeah, hold on 1 second. And the next thing you know, he posts a picture or some video or something where he got her smoking hookah and the lights are going. And you're like, Zeke done got your girl, man. I'm telling you, you go to the DR and you find a girl and you fall in love with her, you better give her the damn Zeke test. Take a picture of her and send it to Zeke. If she's fine, Zeke knows her and he's been with her. I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah,
man. Shout out to Zeke, man. That dude is really doing it.
And Zeke we talked about Santiago, man, and yeah, you ain't lying about that. That guy's he's amazing dude, man.
He's a big.
His 3-point average is nice.
Trying to get him on, man. He ain't want to come on. I don't know, man. You know, I think he's ready now, though. You know.
Yeah. Well, look, guys, I really appreciate it, man. I mean, thank you for allowing me to come over here and run my mouth, man. Hopefully I gave some information and helped some brothers, man. If not, then I need to try harder. But you just got to be careful with signing that paper. You got to be careful with getting these girls pregnant in other countries. You got to be careful with thinking that you can marry these girls and bring them back to the United States. It's just not going to happen, man. It's like Fantasy Island. You got to leave those girls on the island so the fantasy stays intact, brothers. Mad love to everybody, man. I love you guys. Thank you so much, man. Rich, thank you for having me on, man, and not making me pay to get on here, bro.
You stupid, man. Hey, shout out to you, man. Appreciate you coming on. You know what I'm saying? I know BLB, he could go all night, so we're gonna rock a little bit with BLB for a minute. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta get you back on Thanos, man. Thanos one-on-one with Flit DR. You know what I'm saying? 6 rounds.
I see you, brother. It was definitely nice hearing your thoughts, man, and I'm glad that what I feel in my heart, I'm not the only one. It feels good to hear other brothers' messaging. Hopefully this shit can go viral and things start to turn in our favor. We just got to stay strong in the fight. You know what I mean?
There you go. All right, brother. Take care.
All right, peace out, Thanos.
All right.
PLB in the building, man. Let me put up your I put up your channel one time. Let me fucked it up. Oh, okay. I thought I had clicked out of here. You can hear me, right? BLB.
Yep, I can hear you.
Yes, sir.
All right, let me get your YouTube up, man. Make sure y'all check this brother out. You close to 1,000 yet? Or what's the deal?
Man, we getting there. It's a slow fight. The message ain't trickling yet to the masses, but good part is that the people I do got, they re-encourage me that I'm doing some decent stuff and giving some good math, and I really appreciate it. I got a comment today that sometimes this YouTube shit's hard, as you know, Rich. There's some days I'd be like, forget it, I'm done, and then you get some messages of encouragement. So we just keep fighting. Hopefully, we get to that pinnacle. But we definitely gonna throw a big party and have. When I get to that stack, I'm gonna have y'all boys on, man. That helped me on my journey, and showed me a few things about the YouTube. So we're gonna be there, man. We just gonna keep grinding. That's all we can do.
All right. Well, make sure y'all subscribe to this brother, and tell a friend, and I mean it'd be like hundreds of brothers in the WhatsApp groups, but for some reason brothers don't subscribe, man. I mean, even if you don't want to watch it all the time, just give a brother a subscription, man. It ain't gonna hurt you. You know what I'm saying? It's free to do it. It ain't gonna cost you nothing. It ain't gonna take too much of your time. Give them a subscription, man. I mean, y'all subscribing to all these women on the internet. Give a brother a subscription, man. You know what I mean? But,
I think I might put a dress on just to get that steak.
Oh no, don't do that. Don't do that, my brother. I don't care if you got 100,000. And you do that, I'm gonna unsubscribe. Like, yo, he was a good brother, you know what I'm saying? So what's your thoughts on, I heard you mention Kevin Samuels a few times. What's your thoughts on Kevin Samuels, man? Because there's a lot of people, there's a lot of mixed reviews out there, brother, saying, oh, he's gay, man, and he's this and that. But, what's your thoughts? You think he bring a good message? Should we not worry about who he sleep with and just worry about the message? Or kill the messenger?
Yeah, I know. They going hard after him. I posted something today on my status, and I think I posted it on the Instagram. And I said, basically, I don't care what Kevin Samuels do with another man. His message is valid. As you just seen, Thanos was on here speaking a lot of the values that Kevin Samuels is teaching. Let him do it. He made a comment on one of his episodes. He said, after one video, it stopped being about him and it started being about the message. So let them attack him. I can't control that. I'm not one of them dudes that's going to stick up for him. I don't know that dude personally. So they can attack him and say anything about him. But that message is powerful. I know my family's from the South, grew up in the church. I think there's a King James version of the Bible. This guy he rewrote the Bible, didn't he?
Right.
But they don't pay attention to him. They pay attention to the message inside that book, right? So that's what I think brothers need to start doing. Let them say whatever they got to say about Kevin Samuels. He's doing the work. He's doing the work, and he's putting that math up. The brothers like O'Shea, Duke Jackson, doing work too. Women got to hear this. They just don't want to hear it. And real quick, I don't want to talk too long. Let you get in here.
Man, shit, I ain't doing shit. I dropped me a 5-hour energy, so I'm gonna be up for a little minute.
we in here. We in here.
You know what I mean? With no
I
Well,
know,
bro,
I know.
I gotta get back down to DR, man. I had a good time with you, man. I think we only hung out for a day or two, but man, we had a lot of good laughs and shit, boy.
Oh my, that was epic.
I'm gonna tell y'all in the chat, this motherfucker had you drunk by 10 a.m. I mean, and we pull up to the spot around, 9:45. He had you drunk by 10. Had about 10 shots on your table. I'm like, damn, bro, I ain't even ate my eggs yet. You're like, Rich, fuck that. You gotta take a shot with me, boy.
Man, that was crazy.
Bro. By the time I got there, by the time 11 to 12 o'clock come around, shit, I'm done. Like, damn, this motherfucker drinks early in the morning, dog.
We was going hard that day, man. I'm glad you joined me. I didn't want to be by myself, but we went hard that morning, man. We do in Massachusetts. They call it a hair of the dog. So if you recovering from a hangover from the next night, you just got to drink your way out of it. You know, you got to get back.
So early, I couldn't have a hangover. I had the rest of the day ahead of me and shit.
I had some shit to do.
But the curfew was 7 o'clock. When I was out there, 7 and then 5 on the weekends. So now it's at 10 o'clock, right?
No, they changed it. Well, I don't know about up north, but I'm down south. So right now it's at 6 o'clock on the weekdays, 3 o'clock on the weekends. They're bugging. These presidents and governors of these countries are complete idiots because they let you.
I thought Flip, you still on, man? What's the curfew times, man? Shout out to Flip, man. He always updates y'all on all the Sasua information, man. You know, Flip is reliable, man. He don't never put out information before he get the facts, you know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all check Flip Flop channel out if y'all haven't already. Mr. Flip Flop. Okay, 10 p.m. and 6 p.m. in Santo Domingo. Okay. So you going in early, man. He's saying it's 6 p.m., bro.
Man, I haven't even been out today. I was working, and by the time I get off work, man, curfew. So this is stressful. But, good news for the brothers that traveled to Colombia on June 8th. All the restrictions are removed, even the PCR test. All of them removed. It's butt ass open. So y'all can go down there if y'all boys got trip planned to step one out. Y'all can go on plan your trip after the 8th, and you can maximize your time. Rich, this curfew shit is crazy.
Hold on. Before you change the subject, let me speak on that too. Shout out to Brother Markel because he always update me on the Colombia situation, and we talked about that, about them lifting all the curfew. But y'all have to remember, they are still doing protests, stuff like that out there. Different things going on. So be careful. If you do go, I'm not gonna co-sign nobody to go. Go on your own. If you want to have fun, do your thing. But just remember, you could get caught up in a protest or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? So just be safe out there. There's a lot of things going on. Me personally, I really wanted to go to Colombia, but I'm going to DR. I'm not sure when, but I'm going to DR. I'm gonna give Colombia a little time. But for those that's going out there, hey, enjoy it, man. Just be safe. Make sure you when you travel around, make sure you pin your location to your peoples and shit. You know what I mean? Just keep yourself safe, man. That's the only thing I can say, man. But
it's mainly. I was there during the whole protest. I was there from start to finish. Cali, Colombia is still bad. Cartagena got better. Cartagena had a shout out to Danger. He's one of the guys that lives in Cartagena. So I talked to him. It was like 2 days or something like that. Bogota was bad, obviously the capital city. Medellin was straight. Medellin had a small issues, but the good part, I guess, if there's a good part, they would post where they're gonna be at, and people would show up. And it was never in like the area, like Poblado or Laureles, where most of the tourists are staying at. But it wasn't, Medellin wasn't that bad. It wasn't bad. Cali was like a war zone, bro. It was bad. Like it still is bad. I talked to a girl last week that I know from Cali, and she was like, "Yeah, we still going through stuff." She's like, "I'm tired of it." I said, "Really? They already won. Like the Colombians were fighting over the increase of taxes or whatever." And I was like, "You guys already won." They was like, "Nah, it's other stuff going on. They bugging." So Cali's actually, I think, the only place in Colombia that shut down their airport because they just didn't want people coming in and it was too much going on. So Cali's still having their problems. I was in Medellin walking outside during the protests, and it wasn't no issue. As people say, there was videos coming out, and the videos kept coming out so rapidly that no one knew where it was at. But most of the videos were from Cali. Most of them were from Cali and Bogota.
All right, shout out to Jay Mitch. You say, I got caught up in the protest. Tear gas burnt the hell out of my eyes. Had to duck in the hotel for 2 hours until it calmed down. Shout out to him. I think he talking about Cartagena. And I spoke to a brother 2 days ago, and he was in Laureles. And they had a protest while he was walking down the street. And he said basically you have to just go ahead and kind of walk through it and not really try to hide and, run off and stuff like that, because if they spot you, then, you never know, man. They could take your shit, take your cell phone, you know what I mean? So be careful out there, man. I think us as YouTubers, man, we do got a little responsibility when we putting information out about traveling. If you hear about the bad information, put it out too. Don't just say, "Oh yeah, it's wide open, man, go on over there." Then next thing you know, somebody get caught up in a protest or something. We put out the information, and it's your choice. But
that's true.
But I hope I didn't throw you off. You was about to change the subject. So
oh, my bad. No, I was just gonna talk about the standards that the women put us through and the difficulty. I remember growing up and the girls like, "Oh, you got a big nose, or you this and you that. You got a funny head." And I remember, and speaking on the Kevin Samuels, that's where I'm going with it. Now that we're saying, look, you take them batwing eyelashes off. We don't like that, or you too big, or something like that. Now we're bashing women, but they did it to us, and all in their music. They talk about they don't want a dude like this, a dude like that. You know what I'm saying? I remember when No Scrubs came out, right? That was the first song that I've ever heard white folks singing. Nah, bro, I don't want no scrub. What? We in the same, girl, you live in the same hood as me, and you don't want no scrub. You make 50, like my man said, you make $15 at Home Depot. You don't want no scrub. Okay, cool. So now we saying y'all being a little bit shaped. Y'all, we want to see y'all natural stuff. Look at what happened to us. You go to bed next to a lady, right? And then she got all this makeup, all these eyelashes, all these lip implants, and all this shit. You sleeping next to somebody, you sleeping next to a stranger. Show me what you look like. I want to see you. I had an argument, Rich. I had an argument with a girl. I said, "Listen, girl, I know you smoke weed, which is fine. It's cool. But when we talking serious stuff about us, I need you to be sober because this is real. I'm telling you from my heart." And this is what this is what we're getting. We're getting an alternate person that we have to deal with. We didn't ask for that. We never asked for you to get we never asked for the blonde wigs, the pink wigs. We never asked for none of that. We never asked for the lace front. You know what I'm saying? I take you to dinner and you patting your weave all day. That's embarrassing. And this is what we have to choose from. This is just it's a terrible situation right now for brothers to find a suitable mate, right? It's difficult. My dating pool in Boston is kind of short. It's short. I got to deal with them hood booger girls. Like, I don't want that. Shout out to the hood boogers because they can definitely boost you some shit from the store. But I don't want that in my life. You take what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, man, a lot of these women be acting bougie as a mug out here, bro. I'm talking about the fine ones and some of the mediocre ones, man. Even them be like, damn, man, she like, y'all tripping out here, you know. They be looking for them suckers, though, you know what I mean? But that's why we traveling, man. We trying to explore our options, man. Me personally, man, like, you know, one day I do want to get married. I ain't gonna front. I do. But I don't want to give a bitch half either. You know what I'm saying? So you got to get good at hiding your shit.
Facts.
You got to get good at that. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Buying property overseas, you know, having crypto and stuff like that. I would say, man, make sure before y'all get married, make sure y'all hide y'all bread or, you know, keep some shit to yourself, man. Like, you don't have to tell a woman every goddamn thing. Because, you know, like I know, the more you tell them, man, the more they going to use against your ass later. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't going to sit here in front. I do want to get married one day. You know, I want to build with a woman. You know what I'm saying? I want to get to Thanos level with a chick that's, you know, like he said, you know, we opening businesses together, we doing stuff. Because you got a lot of females out here that's really building an empire, man. I met a chick a few months ago, man, and I was digging this chick, man. She was cool. She was a real estate agent. She was selling houses. She was doing, you know, she had everything going on. She looked good and everything. But the only problem with her was she was caught up into her career too much. She was thinking about money too much, you know. So we'll set a date to go out or whatever. Oh, you know, I gotta do this with my client. I gotta do this. So this just got to the point where I was like, all right, well, whatever. You know, marry your dog. Hey, that's what Kevin Samuels said, marry your dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Rich, you ain't lying. You ain't lying, bro. I'm gonna say this to the people that's still up rocking with us. All real estate agents that I've known in my life are trash to be with. They're just trash, bro. They're just trash. They're not invested in you. You're talking about somebody that grabbed. When I hear a girl talking about, yeah, I'm about to go get my real estate license, that's like bringing a foreigner to the States. As soon as she hit the soil, she changed. Now her whole lifestyle is elevated, right? She's selling houses, getting $2-3 grand off of a house. Now she's taking that 3,000, going to DR, Colombia, putting some butt shots in, and now she's on Love and Hip Hop. This is the maturation. So I try to stay away from the real estate girls. They look good, but their mindset is on something else. And I just think that if you meet a woman that's doing her thing and building her empire, you are a long shot, because you need to bring 3 times what she's bringing to the table, right? They have that mindset. Like, I'm not going to work hard selling these houses, meeting with clients to go deal with a nigga that's a plumber. Like, that's how they think. I have these conversations with these women. I have conversations to the point that these women start crying. Like, right. They like, yo, you don't have to come in. I'm like, yo, I'm just being real. Talk to me. Tell me what you think.
Know, man, this thing about this chick, I met her through some mutual friends, right? But she asked me for my number. She asked me, you know what I'm saying? She was trying to get with the player. You feel me? So I was just chilling, you know what I'm saying? So she asked me for my number and shit. So I gave her.
She wanted to sell your ass a house, Rich.
Nah, man. Hey, you know, of course she threw that out there. You want to sell your house? I'm like, nah, I ain't selling my shit. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm thinking about selling it. Hey, it's some shit on my street for sale now. You know what I mean? I don't know now. Shit, I got a house on my street. They asking $320 for it. There's another one on my street asking $260. And the one that's $260, that shit's smaller than my crib, like for real small. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking like, man, let me throw a few dollars in my house, man, you know? But I think I'm gonna keep it, man, because I'm not stressing for the money. I think I'm gonna just rent it out and leave it to my sons or whatever they want to do with it when they get older or whatever. Because sometimes, man, we can't always think about the quick cash, man. Sometimes you have to think ahead, you know what I'm saying? And what you gonna set up for your kids when they get out of school or whatever. then they'll have something to fall back to, you know what I'm saying? They won't have to start off like I did, man. Like, you know, ever since I was 17 years old, man, you know, I kind of been on my own. Like, I moved out my mom's house when I was 18, you know, bought my own first car. I went to tech school, and I used to work at night. I used to go to Atlanta Tech off of Stewart Avenue. I don't know if you've ever been in Atlanta, but anyhow, so I used to have this apartment in East Atlanta, well, actually in Decatur, near East Atlanta. So I used to go to tech school in the morning. I leave out of there around 2:30, 3 o'clock, and I would have to drive all the way to Gwinnett in Swanee and be at my job at like 4:30. So I would eat my food on the way, and I drive like a whole hour, man, to get out there, right? So I worked till like 2, 3 in the morning. And I did this all the way through tech school. I paid for everything. Like, I've been independent my whole damn life. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I get it, man. I get everything on my own, bro. Like, I don't look for no handouts, but I want my kids to be able to have a jump start on shit. I don't want them to go through what I had to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to do a lot of illegal shit to make it through that shit too, though, bro. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna talk about all that, but it's some shit I don't want my kids to have to do the chances I took. You know what I'm saying? I don't want them to have to take no chances and shit. So that's how we gotta think too. We gotta set this shit up for our kids, man. You know, and that's what it's all about, man. It ain't all about the money grab, man.
Well, it's interesting you said that, because you had said, you know, you guys were talking about what, you know, how to hide. You were talking about how to hide the money. Nah, Flip, let me answer, Flip. Not 100% of the realtors, but a lot of them are bougie as hell. But if you're coming into another marriage and you don't have kids with this lady and you worried about that, put shit in your kid's name. Put it in your kid's name. Put your assets in your children's name, and then you cool. Obviously, you got to have a good relationship with your kids, because, you know what I'm saying, things can go south with that too. I've seen that. But put it in your kid's name. I mean, ain't no laws against that.
Right, that's true, man. Because people will die, and they'll be married to a new woman, and like Thanos was saying earlier, you know, like, this woman take over all your shit. You don't got no will. She takes everything. You can be like, I had a homeboy. His mom died. She was separated from her husband for like 6, 7 years. Like, no talk, no nothing. When she died, shit, he got all that shit. My homeboy didn't get nothing. One thing he got was a part of the settlement. You know what I'm saying? He got a percentage of that. But as far as her house, everything, man, her ex, he took that. And they was only married for 2 years, bro. 2 years, but they were still married. So, yeah, man, make sure y'all take care of y'all business, man. You know what I mean? Definitely.
Yeah, I know a girl, same girl I was talking about, who I couldn't talk to because she smoked weed all the time, and we couldn't have a good conversation. She got 7 brothers and sisters. Her father was married to an Ecuadorian lady. This was in New Hampshire. He dies, and she kept everything. I'm talking about everything. So she has 2 kids with the dude that's in that 7 brothers and sisters joint, right? 2 of the kids is hers. She don't even give them bread. She stayed with the businesses. She stayed with all of it. Dominican dude. She stayed with all of his bread, and he had like damn near close to 500,000, 600,000, 700,000 in the bank, not counting the properties. So he had cash. She stayed with all of it. So, I mean, these are the things that you got to take into account. This is an arrangement. Marriage shouldn't be, oh, you fuck me good and you treat me good. We have a good conversation. It's something big, man. It's something big, and you getting into that, and you're giving her the power to be a stick-up kid, because she can take everything from you with the swipe of a pen, and you can't do nothing but look for it, look at it while it's happening. You know what I'm saying? Or then go to jail for trying to hit upside the head. You have no recourse. So you got to think about your movements, calculated. I can't even say the word, bro. I've been speaking too much Spanish. You gotta you gotta think about it strategically when you get into these relationships. Put some things in your kid's name. You know what I'm saying? Get some property overseas. You know what I'm saying? Put some. I guess you could do that. You could put some things in the trust. I'm in a group with Rich, and they talk about crypto. I don't know too much, but this is another avenue where you can stash your bread. Think about that. Don't be Boo Boo the fool and think, yeah, I trust her. No, you don't trust nobody. Remember Ted Bundy? Ted Bundy had a girlfriend. He lived with her. Woke up to her every day. She had no idea that he was a murderer. So I don't care how many years you think you know somebody, you don't know nobody. So protect yourself at all costs, gentlemen, because you worked hard for that money and you deserve to keep it.
Right. Speaking of crypto and stuff, I'm doing a show with Crypto King tomorrow. So make sure y'all check that out. We're going to talk about stocks and crypto and stuff like that. If anybody want to jump on that, hit me up at rototape@yahoo.com, rototape@yahoo.com. And we could talk about stocks and stuff like that. We can't always just talk about women. We got to talk about some finances sometimes. And I know on those shows, I have the least amount of participation from the chat, but that's all right, man. If I can help one person or we can help one person do good, that's all that matters to me. You know what I'm saying? But for sure, man. But shit, I'm about to end this shit, man. I'm tired as a motherfucker, man. I'm sleepy now, goddamn. My 5-hour energy running out on my ass. But, anything else you want to enlighten the people with, man?
Nah, man. Just make sure y'all hit the likes, man. And if y'all haven't subscribed to this brother's channel, make sure y'all subscribe. And you know what I'm saying, be the masters of your consumption. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you subscribe to, make sure it's something positive for your life. But just know that there's some brothers out here giving you some good information and some good work. And all they ask for is a subscription. Like Rich said, it takes nothing. It's nothing. COVID test is worse. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
now you don't need a COVID to go to Colombia either, right?
June 8th, you won't. Now if you're traveling now, you will, but June 8th, you won't. I think in DR, I came to DR and they didn't ask same thing. I gotta definitely check with Flips, the ambassador over here. But they didn't ask me. I flew from Medellin to Colombia. They didn't ask me for my COVID test. When I did, now this is just when I was leaving Medellin to get to Panama, they asked for it. But from Panama to DR, they didn't ask for it.
Right. So any last questions anybody got, go ahead, post them in the chat. We're going to stay on for 5 minutes, answer any questions or whatever. What you doing with your channel coming up, man? You going to show us something? You going to hit the streets and show us something? Well, what's the deal, man? You gotta get in the streets with the cam, my brother. What's up?
Yeah. I definitely want to. I got footage. I'm not good at the editing. I got a lot of footage. I'm just not good at editing. I'm gonna give you
some game while we on here right now. I'm gonna give you some game because I know you don't want to do the recording. Let the females do the recording, especially the locals. They ain't gonna say shit to them. Let the chick walk around with the camera recording. And, even if she recording you or she just recording, period, they ain't gonna really say shit to her. You know what I mean?
I never thought about that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Get you one of them little GoPros or whatever. I know some of the YouTubers ain't gonna call them out. They hold it in their hand. Instead of putting it in that shit, they hold it in their hand and just walk around. So it just look like you just holding something.
I'm not gonna mention no names. I'm not gonna mention no names either. I know a YouTuber that put it in his belt doing the creep shit, but I'm not gonna mention no names.
Oh, okay. We was on Flip's show the other day, and Flip was talking about that. Yeah, it came up something about something going on in Sasua or something.
You gotta
be careful when you're doing those creep cams and stuff like that, y'all. Especially y'all YouTube. Y'all better be careful out there, man.
I don't know exactly I forget exactly what he said, but basically what I got is you can be persecuted for doing the creep cam shit. So y'all be careful.
Right. You definitely ain't gonna catch me doing it. Fuck that.
Nah.
I do a little recording sometime when I go when I travel, but man, to me it ain't even worth it, man, because I mean I feel like a creep sometimes when I'm doing that shit. I'm like, man, you know what I mean? I'm recording this shit. I need to have fun. Fuck this. But one dude went to Colombia. He went to Cartagena, and he said he had some guys roll up on him, and he had a video of it too. He put it on his channel. I forgot his name, but shout out to that brother. And they were surrounding him, like two locals, like, yo, no, why you recording? You gonna have to pay. And he said a few of them rolled up on him. Flight school. He said he just took off and ran and shit. And he shows the video where he was running and he fell down. So he had a little creep cam like in his shirt, and they peeped him. Because a lot of these street hustlers and these females, you know, they catching on all that YouTube stuff. They know y'all making money off that YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? They looking for that shit. Especially in the park up there in Cartagena.
We had an incident though. We had an incident like that too, where somebody seen the video from a YouTuber that we know, and somebody hit me like, "Yo, take that down. Take that down. I'm married, and she's doing the most, and she's like, take that down." You know what I'm saying? I don't know how they found it, but look, all you got to do is, I mean, it's easy to know how they found it. All you got to do is go search Colombia, Cartagena, or Colombia, Medellin, or DR, Santo Domingo, and see all the videos, and then you see your face and be like, oh, no. And they will file a lawsuit with YouTube, and you'll be jammed up.
Right. There was another YouTuber, I'm not going to call his name, but somebody was emailing me like crazy one day. One of my subscribers, they're like, yo, hit him up. He got issues, man. He put out a video of this girl, such and such, and you know, she's trying to call the cops and she's trying to put the boys on his ass. So I hit this particular YouTuber up. I didn't have his number, but I got his number. And I talked to him and he was like, yeah, man, thanks, man, thanks. I already had caught wind of it. So he took the video down and, you know, it could have been some shit. So, yeah, be careful out there, man. So, like you said, if you get some footage, man, let the local do it.
Right. You look, I didn't record that, but it's on my channel. I just take it down to school, and that's it.
Right. But, you know, like if you're in the non-tourist areas, it ain't going to be too much of an issue. But you start recording in them tourist spots, them certain type of spots like park and shit, places like that, Cartagena, Clock Tower area.
Right.
I mean, they looking for it, you know what I mean? But
you also got to be careful about the locals, Rich, because you know what I'm saying. Sometimes you go to those non-tourist areas and you recording stuff, and you could record some like a cartel member hustling, and that's gonna be a wrap. You already know. They see them cameras. You go into the hood and they see them cameras or footage on the internet of them. The next time you walking around with your camera out and they see you, man, listen. So you got to be careful when you sticking cameras in people's faces, man, or in their hood or in their area, because that's just what it is. If you catch, you got to be thoughtful about certain things, because it could definitely come back and get you on this YouTube, man.
Right. But shit, man, shout out to Thanos for the Cash App donation. You know what I'm saying? Somebody wants your autograph, Thanos. I don't know who that is, but shout out to him, man, for that Cash App donation, y'all. Y'all know that was a big one. I ain't gonna tell y'all what it was, but shout out to that man, dog. We call him Unc in the group, man. You know, he got so much experience traveling, man. And, you know, when he first came in the group, I told him, I said, Thanos, man, you moved the crowd, man, because, you know, he's so intelligent, man. He got so much experience, man. And the way he breaks shit down, man, is just, you know, it's good to have him in the group, man, because he brings so much to the table, bro. You know what I mean? Like you say, behind the scene, you know, even though he's a millionaire, he's a down-to-earth brother. You know what I'm saying? I hung out with him before. I heard him say on the live earlier, you know, he was talking about women, but, man, trust me, he got them flowing in the States just like overseas. Just like y'all get females overseas, he get them right here in the States. Dimes, 12s, whatever. Trust me, he gets them. So shout out to Thanos, man. That's a real one. Shout out to Drees. I see you, Drees. I think Drees gonna do a show. I'm not sure if he's gonna do it tonight, but he's doing his review of Brazil coming up. Make sure y'all check out Drees. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, me and Drees will be back live Sunday at between 9 and 10 o'clock ATL time. So y'all look out for that. You doing the show tomorrow, right?
Yeah, we're gonna do the angry boxing with the UK brothers, Big J and his team. Couple guys from the States, talking about the events that's coming up in boxing. For y'all boxing fans, I'm a diehard boxing fan. I used to box, so I love it. So it's dope, you know, interactive, and people can ask their questions and get some new news that they didn't know about. And then Floyd's fighting, what, Saturday?
I was gonna say, who you got, Floyd or Logan Paul, man? What's up?
Y'all gonna be mad. I don't like Floyd, but Floyd ain't losing this. He ain't losing this.
He wasn't losing no sucker like that either.
Nah.
Especially no sucker. Nah. He ain't gonna lose to him, man. Bet your money on Floyd, man. You be good, bro. Trust me.
Put the cash. He grew his hair back. Now he's looking like Flint Floyd. He grew his hair back. Now he's looking like Flint, Michigan Floyd now. So he gonna wipe the floor, homie, man.
Right. Shout out to Brian again. Shout out to that brother always supporting, man. Appreciate you. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna get out of here, man. Shit, it's been over 2 hours. You know, I know you got things to do, man. You sound like you at the fam house or something. You at the fam house?
Yeah. They tucked in. They about to head to a resort in Punta Cana tomorrow. So they up getting things ready. So that's probably what you heard them.
You going to the resort too, or what?
Nah. I'm gonna chill here. I got some things to do.
Okay. You're getting around like Humpty Hump. I feel you.
Oh man. Yes, sir.
It's all good, man. That's my next show. Why brothers don't settle down, man?
Oh man, it's too hard.
Why brothers can't settle down? Why we gotta forget everything?
Well, I mean, when you ration it, I'll give you the quick. When you ration it to us, something we want, then we get access to it. We go on ham with it. We don't have to play with it. We don't have to wait. We don't have to wine and dine it. Let's go ahead and go ham with it. So that's why it's hard. It's hard to settle down when you get a taste of that sweet nectar.
Right.
You know.
So what else you got going on in the channel, man? What you plan on doing besides the boxing thing tomorrow? I know you do the Thirsty Thursdays. So every Thursday, y'all check them out. I'll be listening sometime, but I'll be doing other shit. Usually
I go
on
too long,
Thursdays,
man.
I'm at my son's practice, so I might have my earpiece in. I might be checking you out, or I might be working. Sometimes I check you out, whatever. But a lot of times I don't type on the screen. I might be driving or something, but I check you out.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate you more than you know. I appreciate everybody more than they know. I mean, to take your time out of your busy schedule to just rock with me, that's dope. And even if I had 100,000 subscribers, I just still show the love. And I think a lot of these big YouTubers, the big ones, you know what I'm saying? They forget the people that got them there, or they forget that they're where they are because of the people watching. You know, I was in that position. I was always giving likes, sending donations and all that shit to my people. But one thing I do hate, so for y'all listening still, I hate when somebody send a donation and don't acknowledge you know what I mean? Take that, pay, like Rich says, he pays them bills. So all y'all YouTubers out there that just, you know, that person worked hard for that money and took their time to send you something. Just say thank you for it. You know what I mean? That's all it is, man.
Right. A lot of the real big YouTubers, like Kevin Samuels and them, man, them motherfuckers be getting $300-$400 donations and don't even say shit. I be like, damn.
Oh,
Cash App steady be ringing.
Nothing. I seen one you got 500.
I mean, me personally, I don't think I can get too big where I can't say, hey, hold up, $500 donation. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. And keep it going. Or at least have your moderators typing it out. I just can't see that. And the nigga still be donating. The nigga don't acknowledge nothing.
Hey, you ever see somebody send me $500 and I'm talking to somebody, I'm like, bitch, shut up. Thank you for the donation. I want to point this brother out. Let me get this out here because that's some cash, man. And that's out of somebody's pocket that they could be doing something else with, but they rocking with you. So just show the love back, man. That's what I tell y'all other YouTubers.
I appreciate everybody that donated. If you didn't donate, if you hit the like button, I appreciate that. Share the live. I don't go live a lot like I used to, man, because I be busy, man. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have time to do it. And that's the thing about YouTube that some of y'all don't realize. I know you realize about now. It ain't a whole lot of money in this shit, man. So when I do come on, it's because I want to talk about a certain subject. I want to talk about a certain topic, you know, and I have to have interest in it. I don't want to just do videos, just try to make some money, just throw some shit together. Nah, I don't want to do that, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just not me, man. If I don't have a passion for it, then I ain't gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But anyhow, man, last words, brother.
Hey, man, thank y'all. Y'all stay good, treat each other good, and just, you know what I'm saying, enjoy your life. Life's too short. Just enjoy it as much as you can to the fullest. Get your passport stamped, and just seriously hit the likes. That shit it goes a long way. Rich, thank you. I appreciate you, brother. Behind the scenes, I'm gonna chop it up with you because you definitely did a lot for me, and I just want to give you the proper appreciation and just say thank you for having me on, man, and thank y'all for listening to me. I really appreciate it.
I feel it. The feeling is mutual, my brother. I enjoyed that time we had as a sewer, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to TMI. Shout out
sir.
To who else was there with us? Shit.
Flip was with us.
Flip was with us. Shout out to Flip. Who was with us at the Bailey's every morning? Check came
Check
through.
was
Shout
with us,
out to Check. You know what I'm saying? And who else was there? Damn, I'm forgetting somebody. I
forget too. I was in the song.
TMI hung out with me every day, man. Shout out to that brother. He's a solid brother. Make sure y'all check the channel out. I gotta get him on too, man. It's a lot of dudes, man. I've been wanting to get on the channel, man, but like I said, I've been busy, man. So, you know, I'll get to them when I can. You know, I'm doing the crypto show tomorrow, stocks and shit like that. Crypto King, man. Y'all check us out. Drees, I think Drees gonna jump off for a second. I don't know if you gotta go, but let me see what's up.
I hope. I would definitely like to see somebody do the crypto like intro to like explaining the whole game because I'm not up on it yet, and I definitely need that knowledge.
All right, well, make sure you go to Crypto King. Go to his channel. I'll send you the link. Crypto King. Matter of fact, let me just go ahead and put that in there. Crypto King. Now we did I did a show with him some months ago, and he was breaking it down like what actual crypto is and Bitcoin and all that stuff. He was breaking a lot of that stuff down like in layman's term, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he was just telling me because a lot of people still don't know what cryptocurrency is. They don't understand what it is. I mean, a lot of it I still don't understand, you know. And then people be like, man, why are you buying these stocks and you don't really understand? I'm like, yo, look, I'm buying the rumors and I'm selling the news. Right? I don't give a damn what kind of company it is. If they pumping it and I can make some money and I can get in and get out, that's all I care about. You know what I'm saying? That's all I really care about. I don't care about this company and these doing this and it's gonna be worth this 20 years from now. I need more money today, goddammit. Shit. So that's what I'm doing. Shout out, we got Drees on here, man. Shout out to Drees, man. Drees in a motherfucking building.
What's going on, everybody? I wish I could have got on during but like you said, it was made for those just when I got on about an hour ago. I just wanted to come just shout out to everybody here in the chat as well as everybody on the panel. Shout out to Mr. Lindsay for or should I say Mr. Ramon Fox for giving us the tips on why we shouldn't get married to none of these biatches. What you need to do is just give them the Lex Luger love tackle and be out. That's what you need to do.
They don't know what that is, Dree.
Well,
they don't know.
Due to the fact that I can't release creep cam footage, you will not know what the Lex Luger love tackle is.
Do it go something like this?
Just go watch. Some of y'all love WWE. Go watch Lex Luger, and you'll figure it out sooner or later.
Right.
Oh man, that dude. Sometimes I be talking to Drees, man, and I be at work, bro, and I just be laughing. People looking at me like I'm crazy. That dude, that love tackle, man. That's why Drees stay in the gym, guys. I'm telling you, you be in the gym, heavy.
For sure. So, Drees, when you doing your real review on your channel, man?
Well, I kind of had started it like the last time I was live on my channel, but like I only got like halfway through it. Cause I only got the first week, like the first 2 weeks. I still had 2 other weeks to go through. You know, I never talked about the clubs opening up and stuff like that. You know, and now another club just opened back up after they just finished remodeling, and I guess I missed out on going there. One of the main clubs I wanted to go to, but I probably just wait till Sunday to do it. You know, when we back on Sunday.
All right. That's what's up, man. We'll do that. Ain't no problem. Damn, the chat ain't typed in a minute, man. What's going on? What's going on with the chat, man? Anybody in the chat got any questions, suggestions? I got any show suggestions?
They Googling Lex Luger lug tackle. That's what they Googling right now.
Lex Luger in a goddamn wheelchair, boy.
Shout out JM. What's going on with your brother?
He done messed his back up.
That ain't gonna never happen. I live with my ladies, man.
Oh.
That's not gonna happen. I live with my legs. What's going on, Brian? I'm just chilling. I'm working on putting together the next excursion. You know what I'm saying? So I could go and you know, bring the Lex Luger love tackle on the road. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to head somewhere else. You know, so you know, getting ready to do some solo traveling now. You know, I'm just making sure I don't travel nowhere where I walk outside and they got missiles and shit flying. You know, those ain't going to none of those spots.
Right. Shit, people still going too. You know what I mean?
I mean, you know, more power to them. But you know, when the people come knock at their door, you know, hey, you know, talking on WhatsApp ain't gonna be able to help them. You know what I'm saying? So, hey.
You tell them you from Choco, and they let you ride. That's the Black Province of Colombia.
Well, when you step out there on the front porch, you open the door and you got on Nike shirt, Nike shoe, Nike hat. The poor ass people in Choco ain't wearing no shit like that. You go get your ass shit.
So I can't wear my Gucci flip flops over there. All right, I got you, G. I got you.
Just I don't know. All I'm saying, you ain't in Colombia, don't go to Colombia. They got a big ass planet out there. They got 7 other land masses, y'all. Y'all won't go to the one with the bullets flying and missiles and grenades and shit. Come on, man.
Hey, can you say the same thing for somebody that live in Chicago?
Wow.
I can say one thing. I can say if you got the opportunity, leave Chicago. Yeah.
Go to Indiana.
Well, that's like
Atlanta.
That's like Chicago, but the country part of Chicago. You don't know. You know.
Hey, that's not what them 2 dudes said about Indiana, bro.
Well, they Indiana. they got great dance moves. So let them do their thing.
Shit, they shoot folks every day in Atlanta, boy. Folks getting smoked down
Hey,
there.
Rich, you said go to Atlanta, man. They bugging in Atlanta right now, ain't they?
Yeah.
No. They bugging in.
Yeah.
They bugging in Miami. They tripping in Miami.
Yeah, they tripping out there too. But they shooting brothers every day out here.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't know Atlanta is like a mixture of a whole bunch of different places, man.
Right.
Like, people from everywhere out here. It's more New Yorkers out here than anything, though.
What's crazy is New Orleans been quiet, you know.
They all in Atlanta,
Yeah.
There's a lot of folks in New Orleans too. But you know the thing about New Orleans folks and Atlanta folks, we always got along though. It ain't like we never had no beef. You know what I'm saying? Now it come to football, it'd be different, but we always connected with New Orleans, you know.
Yeah.
It was always, you know, it's like brothers, you know what I'm saying? Cousins or whatever.
Yeah, but it's crazy. It's crazy how all of a sudden just all this shit just started popping off in Miami and Atlanta, just like all of a sudden, you know.
These boys acting stupid out here, bro. I'm telling you, bro. They acting stupid here, man. Like I say, there's so much opportunity out here, man. I just don't get it, bro.
Yeah, we get them videos. Them videos come through the. We got guys sending the videos through the chats. I'm like, damn, when did that happen? Oh, that was today. And the next 5 minutes, you get another one. That was early. That was late. It's too much shit happening, especially in Miami. It's too much crazy shit going on.
It was niggas fighting in Miami airport again, man.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Point. You know, I thought this was just a Fort Lauderdale thing. And all the thing where you with your bags up, they fucked all that up. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Passport Savage. Shout out to good brother Breeze, bumped into him in Math last week. Let me see. There was a whole bunch of people I ran into. It was like, and then when I left, motherfucker called me and was like, man, there's some people at Mavs that still want me. Y'all like, nigga, I just left Mavs. What the fuck? You know? But yeah, shout out to Passport Savage, man. Hey, you got my email address, man. Hit me up, bro. DreHard38gmail.com, man. We can chop it up some more. And, oh yeah, Fred. All right. Yeah, that's who I thought it was. You know what I'm saying? But it was like some other people that was like at Mavs, and you know, I got tired of going to Mavs because I got tired of getting tapped on the shoulder, you know, for fucky sucky. I got tired of that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, it was popping out there. But you know me, I go to Mavs around 6:30, 7 o'clock, get my filet mignon and mashed potatoes and keep it moving, you know. But a lot of people knew me because I had my birthday party over there. You know, it was supposed to be in Casablanca, but Casablanca was closed at the time. But yeah, I ran into a couple folks. Fred Morris, you know, ran into 2 new cats, they in 35 and up now, 2 of which I already knew of. But I knew them, well, I knew one of them from the investment group with TaylorMade from back in 2018-19. But yeah, man, I did have a good time in Brazil. I mean, just if you're there for more than 2 weeks, you pretty much entitled to have a good time, no matter what the fuck you're doing. Whether you stay in one particular place or whether you do the shit like I did, just stay here for a couple of days, have a party, then get on a plane and go to another city, then go somewhere else, come back. You go have a good time one way or the other. You know, I can't complain. You know.
Hey fellas, I'm about to dip up off here, man. I gotta take care of something. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for having me, and I'll definitely be talking to y'all soon, man.
What's the something? What's her name?
Oh man,
I'm just messing with you.
It's nah, for real. It is. It's called. I got 9. I'm gonna call it 9 calls.
Right.
Well, look, listen,
9 of them. Huh?
before you go, Brown Liqour Baron, make sure that you employ. Make sure that you incorporate the Lex Luger Love Tackle into tonight's exercises.
I'm gonna see. I got that back injury. I'm gonna see if I can get it.
You just have to lift. It's like a deadlift. Just lift with your legs, man. You'll be all right.
Oh man. Well, I'm gonna hope I can get the same sounds coming out of there.
Yeah. What I do is I send you the tutorial. You know.
sound like a round of applause.
Yeah.
All right, fellas, man. I thank y'all, man. Y'all have a good night, brothers, man.
Peace.
All right.
God damn it, man.
That was me in the desert, y'all.
Yeah, what desert was that?
Man, that was in the Sahara, man.
I hear you, man. That's yeah, man. So what you got going on? So you got the crypto show next tomorrow, and then it's me and you on Sunday, man. We back at it again.
Right. Crypto King, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna see what Crypto King talking about. We're gonna do crypto and stocks, you know. We're gonna get into it, man. What you got going on in stock game? You been doing something with it or what?
No, man, it's just to survive, man. I went on and sold all my shit, man. I put that shit in my pocket, man. Buy me a plane ticket. Fuck a what is it? Dogecoin. I'm gonna let that shit dip again. I'm gonna let that shit dip again and buy me another 2,000-3,000 coins once I get my money right for it.
Well, you know, it dipped down like a few weeks ago.
Yeah, it dipped down
a few days ago.
Yeah, it dipped down to like 32 cents, you know.
It dipped down to lower than that. It was at 24 cents for probably 5 or 10 minutes. But that's why you got to set that limit buy. For those that's listening, you got to set that limit buy on that shit. When it dip, man, you could buy, you know, at least buy some of it. We're gonna talk about that tomorrow and shit, though. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
I know Crypto King, he don't like the Dogecoin though, but
and Crypto King, that motherfucker, he the reason why I stopped buying Dogecoin, listening to him. Man, I could have had about $20,000-$30,000 because I was gonna buy a good 20,000 shares of that shit, man. And man, I'd have been sitting pretty right now. I'd have had more than my CPF in Brazil right now. I'd be able to go over there and buy my visa. I still be in Brazil right now, trying to get me a little shack together, trying to sell caipirinhas. You know, I would definitely man, look, I would have had it if I wouldn't have been listening to folk, you know. And shit, nigga, I'd have had at least 20 grand, bro. Cause I was trying to get at least 10,000 shares of that shit. I had 7,000 already, but I was gonna try to get at least 10,000 shares while it was still under, you know, half a penny. But listening to some motherfuckers, there's a shit coin. I stopped fucking with it. Then when when everybody making their paper on it, everybody that said it's a shit coin turn around and said, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm like, motherfucker.
Talk to him tomorrow, man. That way y'all can respond back and forth or whatever. I'll throw you the link, my brother. But I mean, you know, a guy told me yesterday morning, or was it the day before? Man, get the AMC, man, get it. I didn't listen, and it went up to 60 something. They doubled up, and I started to put some money on it, man. But It's always woulda, you know, it's always you shoulda, woulda, coulda, you know what I'm saying? So just never know with that stock shit, man. And
Yeah.
I had a conversation with somebody the other day too. I think it was Big Boss. We was talking, you know, about the stock stuff, and you know, he was asking, well, how much you made off such, and how much you made off stocks? So I'm like, well, people always tell you what they win, but they never tell you like what they lost or how much money they got tied up and they hold in the bag and shit like that. They never talk about that. So we'll
Well,
touch on that tomorrow though, you know what I mean?
okay. Yeah, I'll leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I just wanted to come on and I wanted to come on during the whole marriage part and add my little comedic sense to it, cause I ain't got marriage in the plans ever. You know,
Damn.
man, fuck, man, I'm having too much fun right now, bro. I'm in the process of possibly becoming Brasileiro. You know, I don't need nothing to fuck it up. What I want, I'm trying to get rid of. The reason I came back was to make sure I get rid of everything that could be possibly holding me here. You know, all debts. In the meanwhile, while I'm not here, just make sure I don't do no ski. That's why I started the whole no ski program. You know, and I'm taking that no ski program with me wherever I decide to leave, wherever I decide to leave and stay at. So that way, I ain't got nothing holding me down over there. I could go where the fuck I want to go, when I want to go. But I came back here to work. I got a plan for when I came back. You know, the online business still is a business. It's just not, they always try to make it hard for a black man, no matter what country you're in, especially if you're trying to do something on your own, but it still is a business nonetheless, and I'm gonna work some things and I'm gonna tell you some things on the outside of this live. So for the most part, next year, I'm gonna be doing lives on location. Every Sunday I'm gonna be on location.
Right.
And I'm over there with Jordan and Jordan doing something. And I had thought about it, but I never brought it to Jordan, but Jordan jumped on it, you know. But I'll tell you about that too.
Right.
And that's gonna be another stream of income. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about getting everything situated here first. Get that out the way and shit. I'm gonna go ahead and then I'll be able to hit Africa because Africa only 8 hours from uh from the north coast of Brazil. You know.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm about to get out of here myself, man. Shit. 3 hours, man.
Yeah. I'm looking at the time now, like, man, yeah, it's time to get up off of here. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Appreciate everybody in the chat still rocking, man. There's still 45 people in. You know what I'm saying? Those 45, make sure y'all wipe your feet on the rug. That phrase was coined by Drees. You know what I mean? So if y'all hear it somewhere else, just know that Drees started it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Salute
Just
Drees.
props is due. That's all. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all start doing the Lex Luger love tackle, hey, you don't have to get props on that. You ain't got to say my name on that. Just know that I know where y'all got that from. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
but if
right.
but if you hurt yourself, definitely don't give me no props.
That's right. Don't send Drees no bill, no medical bills and shit. You ain't paying that shit.
Shit, I ain't paying mine. Damn sure ain't paying nobody else.
All right. Peace out to the chat. Gonna holler at y'all later, man. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all rocking with us. See y'all tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? If God's willing, God is willing. But
Indeed.
anyhow, I'm gonna leave y'all with a dating coach. I'm gonna leave a little video so y'all can see. You know, if you get with a dating coach, man, this is the advice he gonna give you, and this is the kind of female you can get. You know what I'm saying? Peace out to the chat.
opportunity.
We'll say that again.
Every interaction is an opportunity to make it happen with a woman.
Really?
100%.
And what type of interactions are we talking about?
Listen, like whether you're in a grocery store, walking down the street, on a subway, like everything is an opportunity to interact with a woman and make it happen.
Okay.
Like if you think she's attractive, like
You should
approach.
holler.
Yeah,
Definitely.
definitely.
Even at funerals.
Okay, I don't know if funerals are a little like.
I think that's the best place because they're
vulnerable.
They're vulnerable.
Okay, but that's no. I would not do.
Why not?
Funerals.
Why not?
Okay, that's just like for the weak man who has no game.
Listen.
No.
Every opportunity. Okay.
Okay.
Even at funerals.
Fair enough.
Even
Fair
at funerals,
enough.
people.
Okay, at funerals.